So Fleetwood, Kim and McIlroy move across to the 8th tee.
Tees up, iron in play for McIlroy. Bit of graphite in the shaft, just puts a bit more weight in the head, keeps the ball flight down a little bit more. I think going up the hill is almost a good thing, stops the ball from rising, so almost looking more down the right than left today.
Ooh, look to just nettle with the last roll of the ball. It's certainly not the exhibition off the tee that we've seen so far this week from Rory McIlroy. A little change up in the commentary box. Jay Townsend has popped in to join Ken and myself, Dom Hollier.
Good afternoon, and it is a great golf watching day. I love watching them play in the wind, having to create shots. It's such a refreshing change from just golf by numbers.
172 the ninth today. The tee is some 60 yards forward, and it's a good job it is. This is still a 5-iron for Ben-An. Wind is quartering from the right and into. Oh, they just love to find the green here. Shot of the day at the last for me, Scotty Scheffler, a 5-iron from 156. What a shot it was. So some 15 or so yards further here at 172. I think he's going to choose the same club though. I'll tell you something, when a gust comes up though, it is impossible to reach. It just knocks the ball backwards like you can't believe. Flighting the ball beautifully today though. Keeping it down well. 5-iron.
Rare miscue from Scotty Scheffler. Potential problems for him over there. Shane Lowry, I can tell you, is not at that 3-ball. Has just dropped a shot at the 8th hole, so he's back to 8 under par. Tom Kimber, the driver here on 8.
Bold.
Yeah, likely bringing the bunkers in the right half of the fairway in play, but doesn't bother to look at it, so you know he likes it.
Well, that's heading down a very narrow gap down the left side. Rory offering something nuts.
Well, the 7th and 8th go in opposite direction. We saw the huge drive from Rory McIlroy, well over 400 yards down number 7. The average driving distance on 7, look at that, 374 yards. Compare it to 8 coming back the other way, and it is 120 yards shorter off the tee on average.
It's amazing the difference, but the 8th, because those bunkers cut across the hole, is a bit more defensive off the tee there, but still a huge difference. Gives you an idea of the strength of the breeze. You can see it on the flag, and Harman a long way away with another tricky 2-putt.
Tough putting across the wind. Wind is coming from his left to right. Brilliant putt, both for line and direction.
Tyrrell Hatton has had problems here at 10, and this one is for par. And that is his first bogey today, Tyrrell Hatton, so he's back to 11 under. He was suggesting the ball moved as he was about to hit his 3rd shot.
McIntyre second at the 10th. Downwind left to right to just a wicked green. There you can see the slope short and to the right. Kicks right down to the hole. Hard to do much better than that. Worth another look. Anytime the wind is blowing this hard, it's a bit of a guessing game. just what it might do, and that is just a great bounce at the right time. But he knew that slope was there. It wasn't like, oh, I got a good bounce. That was a side to play it too.
And he'll have that to move within one of the lead to Poston. Number 8, down, left to right, and in. Brilliant stuff from Poston. That helps his cause. First birdie of the day for the American.
Good idea of the wind direction here for the seconds at the 8th.
On the downslope, Jay. She lying pretty cleanly, McIlroy. .165 playing into the teeth. There'll be lots of going backwards and forwards from ball to bag as the wind changes. I like a little choppy 6 up the left. You make 4 here, you've got to think you're picking up half a shot on the field.
Oh, he went for the low one off the downhill lie. And he asked it to sit. How did that ball sit down so quickly? Almost like it hit in a hole.
Yeah, with that trajectory, you expected to see it scuttle along a bit, didn't you? Up ahead to Scheffler, who's missed the green at 9. Off a downslope here by the look of it, adding to the difficulty.
Well, the important thing was he missed it on the correct side with a hole cut on the right side of the green. Left himself space to work with.
Back again to the 8th. I think it's going to be Tommy Fleetwood next.
Yeah, 147 on the flat, actually. McIlroy's is fine. He's just short of pin high, coming across the slope. It's actually a really good leave. It's really where Fleetwood should be aiming, really. Anything flighting, as David Howe mentioned, has got every chance of coming backwards. A number of these flags I think you stay away from, and this is probably one of them from the rough. Yeah, big gust once more. It's a day for flying a kite.
Well, I'm hoping you don't get airborne as well.
Oh, that'll take some doing, Dom.
You've got good roots, Wally, good roots.
Always looking for the low ground.
How does the breeze now compare to when they set off, what, a couple of hours ago?
It's it feels stronger, but we're so much further along the golf course, away from the trees. Those early holes are nestled. So this is testing the next hour for them. He's gone at this. He's taking it on. Yeah, I don't like it. That's the danger.
Yeah, not easy from there, is it?
There'll be many a good shot gets knocked down like that, and it's all about where it finishes, really. It is a game of chess out here. Absolutely is. Perfect tee shot, Kim. I think he's far enough up, actually. He can play long here. I'd be looking probably 10 or 12 paces long. Try and use the backstop, take that front bunker out of play. Send it in as low as he can.
Looked like he ballooned that up in the air a little bit, and hence it comes up short. When you hit down on it that much, you give it more backspin, and then more spin gives you more elevation, more lift.
Ben Allen did well to hit this 9th green, didn't he? And he has given himself an outside chance of a 2. He's had good pace on the greens today.
And that's really hard to do, Dom, because your body's being blown by the wind and everything. Hatton out of the long rough here at 11. Back hole location, 40 on in a narrow portion of the green. Excellent shot.
Scheffler, remember, this is a par putt at the 9th.
Into the wind. You're just trying to steady your body so you can make a stroke.
That's going to be a drop shot. He'll be back to 9 under par. We'll go to Nicolai Højgaard at the 17th. Those 2 cars on offer for a hole-in-one.
Wind straight off the right. You want to play a big swing, use the slope to get it close to the hole. And that was at least 15 yards out in distance control. That's going to be a very tough shot up and over the shoulder coming off the back of the bunker.
So to 10 and McIntyre, and this is for an eagle 3 to climb alongside Tom Kim.
You have to think, Dom, he needs a win to make the Ryder Cup team. Had a chance last week at the Maiden Himmerland, kind of threw it away on the back 9, but every week he seems to be there, does McIntyre.
By his own account, these are 2 massive weeks this week and next for him. Here's McIlroy at 8.
It's a slow putt. Doesn't look it because it's downhill left to right towards the end, but it is slow. Be happy to judge this one. Let me tell you, this will be a great 4.
Anthony called it. Man, it's a slow one there. You have to play uphill so much first before it takes the fall line down. That takes all the speed out of it. Frustration from McIlroy. Today it's so easy to get frustrated, though. You just have to stay in the moment and not let it get the best of you. If you embrace the challenge of the wind, it's actually fun out there. Supposedly.
I think the thing is that the game comes normally so easily, doesn't it, at times to McIlroy, and certainly over recent weeks. But this is a battle. This is a fight out there now. Fleetwood.
And this is a putt all day.
That's going to be a tricky one coming back down the slope and downwind. You have to hit it so hard to get up that bank, and it's down the hill off the back of the bunker. Beautiful strike. Look at that. Virtually no spin to start with until it hits the ground.
So looking out over the Firth of Forth, you can see the Whitecaps will be down at 12, 13, 14, down by the sea very shortly as McIlroy leads the way. Still very difficult to get a gauge on what a winning score might be out there today. It was a putter for Tommy Fleetwood short of the 8th. Tom Kim has got the wedge out.
It all depends on possibly your lie, but also how it suits you. He's going to bump it into the bank up on the right. If you could split the difference between the two, they'd be pretty close to the hole. Both have a lot of work left.
Up to 9, Harman.
As a lefty, you can play a little draw to this right hole location. Certainly helps.
So some good shots out there today and not been rewarded. Hasn't made a birdie yet, Brian Harman. Here's David Lingmerth. This at 10 to get to -10. 2 birdies and no drop shots for him. He and Bob MacIntyre pulling each other along out there. The other member of that group, Joachim Lagergren, struggling, 3 over par today. Here's Tyrrell Hatton.
Incredible second from Hatton on 11 out of that thick rough. What a chance for birdie. No, go on to get within 1. He's got it. He's 12 under par.
And that's a nice bounce back as well, isn't it, after his problems at the 10th hole.
Absolute Rolex Series specialist.
Here's the one you talked about, Jay.
What a putt, downhill, downwind, great up and down for Fleetwood. Those are the type of putts you need to make on a day like today. Just keep your score going, keep your momentum going.
Another par banked for Tommy Fleetwood, 8 straight so far. It is a stunning looking piece of property, this, isn't it?
Uphill, right to left for Kim. The wind trying to hold it out on the right as well, so tough to get the line correct.
Bogeys at 7 and 8, I'm afraid, for South Korea's Tom Kim. Tough little stretch. No let up at the next hole either. Then you got the par 5 10th.
Oh, big putt for McIlroy. 4-way tie at the top if he doesn't hole it. Or he's 1 ahead. His first putt was coming from 3-4 feet left, so I guess this is left edge maybe. He does stroke the ball beautifully now. No, it just hung it out to the left, so it's a 4-way tie at the top. McIlroy, Hatton, the Scotsman McIntyre, and Tom Kim. And Fleetwood and Ann just 1 behind.
It's getting exciting, isn't it? In an interesting sort of way. Here's Scheffler off the 10th tee.
You would have to think these guys know they need a 4 here. Job 1 to get it in the fairway. Oh, that's a good lie on top of the mound. That's maybe a good break for Scheffler, missing the fairway. Not getting a terrible lie.
Well, I've given this to Tom Kim, but it's slightly downhill. Yep, no trouble. One over today. Back to 11 under, so now 3 tied for the lead. Well, Colin Montgomery was the last and I believe only Scot to win the Genesis Scottish Open. That was a while back at Loch Lomond, but Bob MacIntyre, courtesy of that eagle at 10, has climbed alongside Tyrrell Hatton and Rory McIlroy in a share of the lead on home soil.
Tyrrell Hatton, 12th tee, just made an unbelievable birdie. Today's on the front right, 14 on 6 right.
And get a little bit right.
Oh, it's another stunner. Get a little bit right, should say get a little bit left. Wonderful tee shot from Hatton. McDonaghy back on the bag. Happy couple.
We saw the tee shot for Harman, a very good one. He's in makeable range here. Would be a rare 2 at the 9th. But he'll have to be walking off with a 3.
Yeah, Jay, you're dead right. Water hole today, 8 and 9, just right on top of the hill there, catching all the wind.
Matter of fact, there hasn't been a birdie made at 9 today.
They're waiting back on the 9th tee. It's exposed up there, it's exposed out 12, 13, 14. David Lingmuth is playing the 11th hole. You can see he's occupying at the moment one of those 3 open spots, along with Ben Ann and Eric Cole.
Just a short iron required up the hill with a left to right wind. Such a deep green. It feeds off into the swale right at the midpoint of the green.
Just in the left rough, McIntyre, joint leader now. It's actually not that bad to get a little bit of grass under your ball, be able to run up a wee bit, right on the back of the pin. He's been here 100 times, so he knows exactly what's going on. He likes it. Oh, why not? It was gorgeous. What a shot from McIntyre. Very aggressive, not a spin. Not to get to 13 under.
Well, he'll have played a few times up at Glen Cruton in Oban, won't he, in these conditions?
It was interesting last week. I was covering his game in the final round, and he said to me on 17 green, he was trying to chase. He didn't know what was going on. He says, what is it, 14 or 15, meaning the lead right now? He wants to know, and I love that in a player. Not afraid of the leaderboard, wants to know where he stands.
Not sure you'd want to stand on that 9th tee for too long waiting.
Yeah, certainly not getting any easier out here. Hanging around, it's cold. See Brian Harman with the mittens on in front. It made me chuckle, it's July. 172, what's it playing, 220? Could be anything really. Once you get it ballooning, it's just going to go backwards, so it's not the biggest of targets, even off this front tee actually. Back right flag, you got to must favour the left.
Get up, just go a little bit. Stay there.
Oh, we saw the tee shot of Nikolai Højgaard. He was well short of the green. He's pitched it down to here, so this is for par.
It was a good pitch to get to this point. A little left to right on slope and wind.
Just a chippy one, nothing else for McIlroy. He could almost hit 4 here and just chip this one and draw it up the left side. You don't want this getting more than 30 feet in the air.
Let's go, Rory!
Turn to left. Oh, goodness me, Rory. No shout either, not good. It looks like he's in the path. And maybe line okay, he'll be chipping into the wind. And that was a poor one from McIlroy.
Well, Sam, the good news is he's missed it on the correct side. As long as he has a lie, he's got more green to work with, and you don't want to miss it right in those bunkers.
Yeah, he's probably got 25 feet of green, but it's got a few little humps and bumps to navigate as well for McIlroy. But very easy to do that. Doesn't take much. You're hitting loads of club, far too much, but it's just all about being calm through the shot. No hit required. You don't want that spin.
More left, more left!
He's done the same thing, Wally. Oh, goodness me. It's looking good for McIntyre. 3 holes in front, and Hatton. They can set a target that might not even get close to being caught.
We shall see. Tyrrell Hatton, Bob McIntyre, McIlroy and others all qualified for the Open Championship. That's what the Claret Jug means. Ben An not yet, nor David Lingmerth, and Nikolai Højgaard there with the par at 17, also in contention. Although I believe that Eric Cole is above him in the world rankings, so he would take that spot from Højgaard if they were to be tied on the same score at the end of play today. Pushed his drive slightly, Scotty Scheffler, off 10, but he seemed to find a good lie here, didn't he, Jay?
Yes, ball above his feet, wind helping from the left. We need to sit down so it doesn't run into the primary rough back there, and just came to rest in it. Just a massive flyer.
After that incredible tee shot on 12 for Hatton, this to get to 13, 1 clear. Straight in. He's not scared. And he's leading. What a day, what a round of golf. 5 under par with a 6 on 10. You get the aerial view here, just never left the hole. Perfect putt. He's a tough cookie.
You would never ever have predicted it, watching Hatton out there yesterday, the way he was struggling, would you, that he would be leading the tournament right now. McIntyre, though, has a chance to tie Hatton at 13 under. Greg Milne back on his bag a couple of weeks ago. A few changes for McIntyre. Said he was trying to enjoy his golf a little bit more. Felt he'd become a little bit of a grump out on the golf course.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on his young shoulders because of his prospects. He's a magnificent player. Just off the right edge. Pushed it. Yeah, you heard him saying pushed it. Shame. So easy to do in these windy conditions. The wind can push the club head as it's coming through. Shame. Was a great opportunity, but stay at 12 under.
That's looking down over the 9th green. Wally's there. We've got a few issues to sort out here.
Yeah, just going to try and use the breeze a little bit, I think, and float them. Tommy's got his hands in his pockets, just chilling, just waiting. His ball's stalled. He's very close to the 18th green. I'll tell you, he's fully 40 yards away. But it's very doable in these conditions to hit shots like this. You're playing shots almost for the first time with long irons. You really are. Good thing about both balls, Kim and McIlroy, they're relatively clean lie. If it was the monthly medal, it'd probably be 4 foot deep.
It's one of those shots you'd love to play in a money game on Monday morning. Throw it all the way up to the flag, let it spin. Great line, just a wee bit different just now, Anthony.
Yes, that's the thing, isn't it? He's got 20-25 feet of green, but it'll feel about 3 feet. Just ball fly, isn't it? Get it up in the air and hit it pretty hard and try and get it stalling, I think. That's going to be his friend here. Probably the only time today he'll have that.
Almost a complete duff. About 3 inches behind it there. It's tough, Jay, though.
It really is. I mean, you've got the pressure of trying to win, playing with and against one of the best players in the world in McIlroy.
Yeah, much simpler shot, but you're spot on, Jay. All those things come into play. Playing shots he's probably never played before in conditions like these. McIlroy's lie is better, flatter, cleaner, but he's still got the same issues.
Oh, that's still.
Well, that was a really poor one as well, 15 feet wide. When you look at it from there, you see how bad it was for him. The pressure's telling.
Scheffler from over the green at 10, a tremendous amount of green to work with. Using the slope off the right side of the green, left as he looked at it. I think he's going to be surprised it didn't come down more.
Yeah, McIlroy's ball just went sideways on the wind. It was that he couldn't believe it. He walked onto the green, and I don't think he quite could believe what he was watching. Much more into the teeth of the breeze. He could almost pitch this all the way, and he's going to run it. That's a classy shot.
It took a big kick right to left the first time it hit. It must have hit just a little bit of a subtle side slope.
Real struggle, isn't it, for that 3-ball at the 9. Let's go ahead to Tyrrell Hatton, our new tournament leader. This at the 13th.
Not trying to plant 100 trees today. It's a 4 or 5 iron up the fairway. A lot of help in the wind. He's in perfect position. Getting very easy shot from there. He will not have a long birdie putt here.
We'll see if Scheffler can make his birdie at 10. That's been the story of the day, and perhaps the story of the week, I'm afraid, for the world number 1. To 9, Tom Kim. This for par.
So playing like a really short par 4, this, Dom.
Yes.
Now the other half live. Difficult. Left to right early, then straightening. Expression, though, never changes, which I love.
Nicely done, but I'm afraid for fans of Tom Kim, it is going to be a 3rd straight dropped shot. And from tournament leader, just stepping onto the 7th hole, he's now 3 behind, 10 under.
But still right there. In these conditions anyway, and that's for par. No. He goes back to at least 10.
You're not giving him that putt then?
At least 10. That's it.
Little ledge that runs through the middle of this 12-15 footer. Coming into the breeze, so it needs to be firmly struck.
Well, it's going to be bogeys at 8 and 9 for McIlroy. So he drops back to 11 under. He's now 2 off the pace. Here's Robert MacIntyre, just 1 behind at the 12th.
Harder shot for a lefty with this downwind, left to right.
Soft.
He's missed it on the leeward side of the green, but trying to feed down off the slope. You can see the slope, even into the wind, it's coming down.
Did well, Jay. That could have been trouble, but it's not. The Scottish gods are with him.
Tommy Fleetwood has made 8 straight pars to this point, but he's got what, probably about 10-12 feet maybe for his par hit.
What a great save. Fantastic stuff. That's what you have to do. Solid golf. 9 straight pars and these high winds. Magnificent.
To our leader at 13.
Straight downway. You can just see that flag blowing straight away from him. So tough to judge the distance correctly.
That'll be surprisingly slow when it's normally surprisingly fast because of the wind it's into. A tough one to get close. I was surprised it was second there. Just a little lob wedge.
It's all changing at the top of that leaderboard, isn't it? Let's go to the 11th tee. Scotty Scheffler, David Howe.
Time to open the shoulders. Perfect wind for this left to right dogleg. It's helping from the left. And really just let it ride on the breeze. Should leave just a little flick to the green if you can get it right.
What fucking good now?
Ligmouth at the 12th.
Lingworth kind of doing like he did at the Players Championship, coming from nowhere where he finished 6th and once again hasn't been playing well and tied for 5th.
Well, he has won on the PGA Tour, hasn't he, David Ligmouth? It was a long time ago when he prevailed at Muirfield Village in the Memorial Tournament. Hatton by 1. He's got a birdie putt at 13, and the local fans are getting quite excited to see the name of Robert MacIntyre up there and in contention. Ligmouth, Benan still sitting in those open spots at the moment. Hoygar, Forest also in the mix, and it will go on world rankings between those two. Wyndham Clark got it to 8 under par at one stage, so he's had a couple of setbacks.
Tough putt here for Ligmouth. Straight downwind but straight uphill. Tough to get the speed right. It's not too bad.
On to the 10th tee. Steps Tommy Fleetwood and his caddy Ian Finnis.
Got to keep this well up the right. Very tough to keep this on the fairway down the left. Seahorses going bananas out there, Wally. It's windy.
Yeah, every time he holds a par putt, you just see his face. He's just so happy to just keep moving forward. Even pars, you're moving forward. But there's a bit of a chance if he can find that fairway. Seems to like it, Sam.
Yeah, it's beauty. Straight down the middle. Perfect.
And big left to right helping breeze. Actually, the next sort of 3 holes almost get a little bit of a break from that breeze. But this is your chance to maybe make a couple of birdies, McIlroy.
Oh, this is lost ball area. Well, little miles right. Short bounce. Couldn't be on the path. Surely not. I think he is, you know.
What a break.
If it's on there, that is enormous. It would probably have been the end of his tournament if he's in the thick stuff and makes 6. He's already 2 behind.
Well, we saw the tee shot of Bob McIntyre at 12.
And this is downhill back into the wind. Oftentimes these are tough to get to the hole because you're thinking downhill and you leave out the end of the wind part.
Good 3. He's 1 behind. Tyrrell Hatton in front of him.
He's had to take his hat off, hasn't he? And we saw a couple of players chasing their caps down the fairways when the winds gusted a little earlier.
This is the slow putt that Sam was talking about. Back into the wind, downhill all week. It's been a fast putt. You know, you just get it started and it gets to the hole. Not the case today.
Tracking. Oh. He does get frustrated, doesn't he? He's got a bit of a potty mouth as well. Back to 10. This time it is Tom Kim.
That's a better one from Kim. Drifting slightly right, but it should kick left back on the fairway. It should. It doesn't. We don't know what's in there. Bit of rough.
Up to 11, Scheffler.
139. 4 behind Scotty. Needs to make something happen if he's going to have a say in this championship. No better time than now to do something good.
Well, that's fairly handy.
Did well to stay there, Tom. That's right on the slope. A bit like how that ball of Sam Burns stayed in the bunker's face yesterday was beyond belief.
Just 130 or so yards for Ben Ann, looking straight at this pin from the middle of the fairway. Glorious opportunity to nick one in there close. Get himself back from what was an upsetting 6 at the last.
Excellent response from Ben Ann.
Well, it's been a strange day, hasn't it, for Rory McIlroy. Took a 1-shot lead into the final round. He's currently 2 behind.
Harman down the green at 10, par 5, so he's not played it so well, but that's, ooh, just a par.
Little look from overhead, and you can see just how much more difficult round 4 is than the previous 3 on the back 9. Minus 305 from Thursday to Saturday, plus 22 out there today. That's where Hatton is, over on the right, along the peninsula, overlooking the Firth of Forth. McIlroy, Fleetwood and Kim overlooking their balls down the par 5. Seems to be in a little bit of a trodden down area, Anthony.
Very much so. I wouldn't say he's won the lottery, but maybe he's got 3 numbers and the Powerball. He can certainly get to the axis, the back of the ball.
I have a really good view of it there, Sam.
It doesn't look great to me. Sorry, Anthony. It looks pretty thick round it. Hatton for his par. The first putt was striking right in the middle, just not quite firm enough. Straight in from here. Oh my goodness gracious me. Well, what will they say here? Might need 4 apologies. That was a very poor putt. Wind may have pulled him aside, but he's back to 12, and McIntyre is tied at the top again. Let's see if we can see him move here. We're going to have another look at it. Takes it back. No, he just pulled it. I don't think anything pulled him there. He's quite a stout chap. It would take something to move him.
Back to 11, Scotty Scheffler. Try and get back to -10 and does. That keeps him on the flanks of contention, something he's a place he's been all year long.
Just doesn't go away early, does he?
No, when you think back to, you know, his opening round, he was 1 over, wasn't he, through 9 holes, right in the mix. That's the view from overhead, down 10.
Kim's definitely drawn the worst lie. Comfortably, actually, in the wispy stuff. I don't like him going for this. I'd try and set something up down the right. Got no control if he does have a lash at it. Quite a lot above the feet, the ball of Kim, so for me just nudging this down, maybe he might elect to go down the left, just use the contours.
No, he was 100% right, Wally.
Yeah.
He's been very aggressive and put it into the cabbage. It'll be a tough one to stop it.
205. This should not be a huge problem for McIlroy. He had a wander up, got a line. He's eyeing this down. Needs to hold it up the right. He can get to the back of the ball.
Well, I can see the ball, may have a glimmer. It's going into a left to right wind, but McIntyre. It's a 4 or 5 iron today. Straight downwind.
Stays up on the higher of the two halves, Sam.
Yeah, it'd have been better if it had just turned left there at the top of its thing. Much better angle in. But it's okay. It's only 120 yards or something.
Quickly to Fleetwood.
Difficult side slope, really wasn't nice for Fleetwood. Ali. It's okay, though. It's okay.
So that too is up on high. Big difference in elevation change from the short right section of rough to long left all the way around the back. Used to look a lot different. It was framed by trees just a few years ago. Up to 14 we go with our co-leader now, Tyrrell Hatton.
Yeah, beauty from Hatton. Not easy in this wind.
Ben on. All these inside 6 feet are real bonuses when you nudge them into the centre of the cup. 11 under, 1 behind. It's going to be quite an adventure in the next couple of hours to see who can come out on top. Could be any of those on that page.
On the leaderboard and in those open spots, which Benan is yet to qualify for next week. Brian Harmon not overly enamoured with this.
See it.
Finds a longer grass down the right side of the 11th.
Weymouth. 13th, it's playing down breeze. 1 or 2 players have driven this green today. It's the green drive, and this has got to sit down. My goodness, it's going like a... Is he going to reach? Oh, is he going to reach? He might. Its trees are He has. What a shot. What a shot. It was quite an adventure for the ball, but it eventually got there.
Certainly did. So yes, another 100 trees being planted up in the Northwest Highlands there. Back down to the final group. Who's first to play, Anthony?
It'll be Kim.
Yeah.
We got the worst lie. He's going to have to run this from the right side and just take his medicine, I think. If he tries to pitch the green, he will run through. Front pin. It's a tough ask today with such a strong breeze. But in this sort of weather, it's probably the safest flag to keep the day moving. Awful lot of luck involved here, I think.
You think it's landing on the flat?
Yeah, I think you need to land on the flat. Yes, like so. Talking about this first little ridge here in the left. Yeah, anything that lands up there on that flat.
Oh, he's somewhat reliant on Lady Luck here to get this one anywhere near. Ooh.
I didn't see it, but you got to call somebody.
Ball moved.
Well, I was about to address it, but I didn't cause it to move.
Should we call somebody?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll just call someone. Yeah.
The rules official. And those the others can go ahead and play. Must be such a small movement. I believe the others aren't playing.
But like the ball's like it's in the same place, but it looked like it wiggled. But I didn't cause it to move because I was still like here about to address it, and then it moved. I don't think I caused it to move at all. That's fine. But I'm not so sure if it's in the same spot. I saw it wiggle. I said, it looks really similar.
And you play from this new spot anyway. It doesn't go back.
Okay.
Let me go back if you cause it to move.
Okay, I don't think I caused it to move because I was like right here.
Yeah. If you did,
I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't.
There's no knowledge of virtual certainty. If you cause it to move, natural forces, of course,
okay.
You play from the new spot.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Let's get focused on our spot, all right?
Play on, regroup.
What is it about this hole, Ellie?
We've seen some things today as well as the last three.
And yesterday.
This could be absolutely unbelievable. Oh, go onto the green. Good effort, eh?
He won't believe where that got to. He touched it. Very similar to his one on 9. You've seen the severity of it now. I would have had this ball marked, to be honest. It's got to come in slightly to the left of it.
Slope behind, so okay. McIlroy have that for a birdie as well. Quite a number of sixes on this hole, and one thing that does stick right out is Robert MacIntyre's Eagle 3.
That's where we go now. To his second at 13.
Oh. Stays on the right level, Sam, just.
Good lie. Number of options, really. None of them are that great, but I think you're going to have to use this breeze. I think he learnt a lot from McIlroy's ball stopping quite quickly. It's gone a lot higher,
Inviting down the slope. almost didn't matter where you landed it, you was going to go somewhere near. You duff it in front of you, trickle down the bank. If you fly it a little bit further, it lands on the flat.
No. Hatton. Can we get back that one back from the last hole? Nope.
Trying to keep his sense of humour about it. Goes back down to the right side of 11 with Brian Harman. Finds one of the many bowls that flanks the right side of that green. Long and narrow, very undulating. That'll be nearly hip high the rise he's got ahead of him.
Still in it, Scotty Scheffler. .190 yards, it usually wriggles down from there. Go on, keep going. Trickly, not bad at all. 190 yards, this front pin, awkward to get at, so won't be that many closer than that today.
We're in for an expected birdie. No, it's always left.
A little bit of an opportunity gone for Tom Kim, who is 2 over par for his round today.
Back down the hill, very slow, normally very quick because of the wind. We just watched the leader. Tyrrell Hatton 3-putt this one. Oh, that's, well, it's slightly better.
There's a chance for the outright lead. It is windy out there. You can see all of the sand skirting along the peninsula.
Not much shelter, 1 or 2 humps and hollows to hide behind, but not much, certainly on this section of the golf course. Despite McIlroy's perils at times, percentage putts made this week. Oh, 11 to 20 feet, he's doing mighty fine.
This has been a little bit of a problem range, especially on day 2 and 3 for McIlroy. That one misses on the high side as well.
Almost nothing's a gimme now. Unless you're inside 6 inches, it's not a guarantee you're going to hold it.
This looks very tricky for Ben Ann. Or 312, so he's played it well, but it's not going to release out. Currently just 1 behind. Oh, it's so difficult though, isn't it?
This for eagle for David Lingmerth. Over at the par 4 after driving the green.
It's a tree planter, 100 trees. Getting on that green. In 1.
Still a little length on that for birdie. And a mild collision there. Over to Fleetwood. Golden chance to draw up alongside Tyrrell Hatton and Robert MacIntyre. Missed there.
Breeze helping on the 15th. It's trundling up the left side. Very good spot, just short of the bunkers. Oh, it's just short of the... God, it's gone a long way.
Awkward lie, Ken. It just seemed to settle down in a wee indentation.
There's a par, as you can see, for Rory McIlroy, who has tapped in back at the 10th. We go back to the par part of Ben Arn at 12.
Long putters don't help on windy days, that's for certain. What do you know? You know what
I can certainly agree with that, yeah.
So a bogey from the long grass for Arn. He moves back to 10, the score of Brian Harmon. Hoping to make up and down.
The tough 2-putt is way short with this one. We'll hear another roar probably.
Down the hill, if not the most exposed, certainly one of them on the golf course, sitting right on the top of the hill, wind whipping off the sea. It's not particularly warm out there as well. It's a buffeting cold breeze, a dense breeze, that the ball doesn't go too far. The 12th green. I'm just looking how many putts he's had today. 19 putts so far, Scheffler. Struggling to get the ball to sit still.
Just go left and left. I'd say we just go left. It's a funny rule, that one. When the ball won't sit where you marked it, you have to put it back as near as possible to where it originally lay, which is tough to do without a referee.
Yeah.
That's another birdie, just birdied 11. Scheffler, this to get within one shot. Oh, dearie me. He's just there every weekend, isn't he?
Oh, his game's been terrific.
He's been pretty deadly on this back nine as well. 10 birdies, no drop shots. Already has one today. And he makes his way over to the short par 4, 13th.
I think Murth after driving the green, 2-putt birdie, simples, there's up to 10, just 2 behind.
Back to 11 with Tommy Fleetwood. One of just 3 bogey-free players out on the golf course right now.
It's a perfect drive. Pin right up on the back ledge.
Not an easy one. Now down the hill into the little area where that hole is cut. And sort of knew he'd missed it as soon as he struck it. Had a bit of luck with his tee shot. Did pretty well this second, but 3 from the edge of the green, so a stroke going there.
McIlroy, can he find a fairway? He's only done it once today.
All right!
Got the path again. Sounded like he smashed the driver there. Very unlike him, he's getting frustrated. Swiegard to finish off at 9 under par. You never know. It's only 3 behind. Clubhouse leader, brother won last week. They usually follow each other. I think that's at least 2 too many.
Coming out the rough, straight down, a very strong draft.
Couldn't have a better angle. I mean, straight down breeze, as Ken said, but this is a lovely spot.
We saw his tee shot finish, David. It kind of just went in a wee indentation. Couldn't get the strike on it, even with the lob wedge.
David Howe's moved to the group of Schauffele Hatton and Soderberg, and out to the furthest point of the course. There's the 14th tee right in the heart of your screen. Very exposed up by the tee. It's the ball of Lagergren, already on the putting green. Tucked flag today, Ken.
Yeah, very tough, particularly with these very strong breezes. Into off the left. 154 yards, but playing a lot more than that. You've got to sort of feed the ball in from the left of the flag if you're going to get close to this one. And a little plateau, a little shelf on the left side of the green. Not much bigger than a mouse's eye patch.
Someone yesterday, one of the social media bites, and it was Will Zalatoris played a shot onto the green. Come on, come on. That's excellent. Just keep going. It's going to stop though, isn't it? And his ball rolled right up to the back of the green. And you know those big markers that look like chips in a casino? And you're right on the top of it. I mean, they would have won a lot of money if he'd done it in the casino. Harmon's ball on the way at 12. Good first kick when they get right round. That could get close. Yeah, it's very well played. Very toughest spin this week actually at that one, on that hole.
There's the strength of the breeze, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. You can't pop it too high in the air. Look at that one from McIntyre, drilling it. 154 yards. Oh, what a shot. Oh, and a little unlucky. Oh, my.
I don't believe that. I need to see that again. How close was that going?
I was closer than it finished anyway.
Yeah, it was going. I mean, the line looked perfect.
What a shot, though. Watch how low it goes. Choom, like a rocket. Brilliant shot. Right at the flag. He's eyeing it up. He knows he's on a good line. Gets a perfect bounce. Oh, if it kissed off the other side of the ball, it might have done a Blue Eustace in Augusta.
Oh, my goodness me. He doesn't know. When he sees that tonight on the replays, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he wins, he'll not care.
He won't take it again, though.
So difficult to get it up to the third level on that green, maybe even the fourth level, where the flag is today, right at the very back.
Yeah, there's sort of 6 areas to put the flag on this green, little pockets, but they're just the size of stamps, aren't they? These little flat areas.
Size of a dinner table.
Yes, yeah.
Down the hill for Tyrrell. Hatton from long range. Made that every opportunity, didn't he? So just the par. Back to Fleetwood.
130, Ali. Go straight at this from the fairway. It's just hard to pitch all the way. Such a strong down breeze.
Anthony, what is Rory's ball like?
It's okay. I don't mind it actually, because he can sort of, I think, go left and let it run round.
He's been so lucky. We've just seen it. He's hit with 3 of the smallest fairways on the planet in the last 5 holes.
Yeah, I mean the two from the fairway I thought should have done better. So I'm just wondering whether this possibly could be the easier shot, because he knows it's going to release, but he has to pitch this left if he wants to do that. Or just go straight at it, Sam.
Oh, he's extraordinary, isn't he? Yeah, he'll have that to tie the lead again. He hasn't given up. When he hit that tee shot, 2 yards right, making 5. This was majestic.
Pin at the back just gave him a little landing area. It's coming out with a bit of a fly. Pitches in the upslope, but it couldn't have been better. You'd almost say stone dead, but not quite today.
Langmouth. It's just off the left edge, I think. It's a birdie to get to 11. Maybe even a fraction more where he's aiming. There's a lot more. Oh no, I was right, he was wrong.
But you take no joy in it, Sam.
None whatsoever.
Shame, only 6 birdies at the 14th so far today. To the other par 3, Brian Harman.
Feisty little fella.
It's funny how conditions bring out the tempers.
Yes, yeah.
He's quite placid all week. Today he's been very vociferous, noisy.
Well, after that magnificent tee shot from Robert MacIntyre, one of the best shots we've seen this week. So hard from elevated tee to get the ball to bore through the air. Can he make a 2? Can he take the lead? There's a few fingers crossed in pockets.
McIntyre makes his move. He's got the lead on his own now.
Look at the crowd up there, just magnificent. They absolutely adore him. Oh, can you imagine McIlroy, McIntyre playoff? Great stuff, Bobby. After last week, what happened to him? Triple bogey and a bogey in the last 5 to lose by 2. Right there again, leading. He wants to be in Italy. For the Ryder Cup. Great stuff.
Not often he gets excited like that, but he knows holes are running out. Treacherous conditions.
Just the 4 left to play ahead of Robert MacIntyre, who leads the way at -13 now. Back to the 11th. What's the update on Fleetwood, Wally?
Beautiful putt up the slope to about 3 feet past the hole. Nicely judged. That's less than that, actually 2 feet. Kim, similar sort of putt, maybe just slightly more across the slope, right to left towards the end. Outside chance this, actually.
If it had the petrol in the tank. Needs a momentum shift. Tom Kim trails by 3. To the par 5, Hatton.
Very difficult drive with wind into you. Bunker left. Looking a little anxiously. Let's see. Oh, it's open. Oh, I don't know.
Has to be bunker Ken, doesn't it?
Like it, yeah. Such a narrow fairway when the wind's into you, can't get past that first pot bunker. Ooh, alley.
McIlroy down the hill. Yes. There's still one behind though. Scott, Robert MacIntyre.
But that just might put him back on the attack after what happened at 8 and 9 and the drive at 10.
And the drive at the 11th. Here is where it finished. Very lucky. Sometimes get luck. Silver used to get lots of luck.
Still, please.
For some reason he won 5 majors. Beautifully done. Wonderful escape.
Last hole for Callum Hill. Young Scott 5 under. That's for his par. 30th position. Well done, Callum. Good week. Excellent stuff.
I can't see him not challenging for a few tournaments over the next month or two. Callum Hill is playing some lovely golf. Got a great swing.
He certainly is trending, as is his compatriot right now. Robert MacIntyre leads the way in the Genesis Scottish Open, with the likes of Tyrrell Hatton and Rory McIlroy chasing by 1. You couldn't write it. How good it is to watch. Imagine being 5 under par on a day like this, Sam.
Very happy. Just wish you were in the clubhouse.
Only 4 holes between McIntyre and the warmth, the reprieve from the wind out there. 68 from Grant Forrest in the end. That might see him inside the top 15 at the end of the day's play here on a sponsor's invite. Good week's work.
This tournament's not going to be over until that nasty 18th is finished. There's going to be lots of twists and turns.
And 17.
Oh, and 17.
2 great holes to finish. Great pin at 17 too in the bottom tier.
Bit of a squally shower just appeared up on the hill at 12. 190, Sam. What's this playing? Probably 165. Looking left, let the wind do the job.
Tough to get it close, and we've not seen one really close yet.
I thought that on the last though, Sam.
Yeah. Well, that's just as bad as it gets there for McIlroy. That could be plugged in that bunker. That was just, sorry to say it, horrific.
Sensible play downwind. Doesn't want to reach that bunker that Tyrrell Hatton got perilously close to. Does bring the right bunkers into play. The crowd like it. And so will he now.
Another stop. That's perfect.
And McIlroy's ball, that's the problem out here. It's such a strong breeze, you almost have to hit some sort of shot. Because it just gets knocked out of the air. Just so easy for it just to disappear right on a breeze this strong.
Go on, go on, go on.
Another look at McIlroy's ball there. Don't think it's plugged. It's right on the upslope.
Just to splash out here, just knock it as 50 yards max you can get out of this bunker. Yeah, I've got a bit more than that. Par 5, the 16th. It's the last sort of real birdie opportunity on the course.
So much room right in that bunker, Ken, today, because you can't reach the rough on the right. It was a poor one. World leader.
McIlroy's ball's not plugged. Fleetwood's in a decent spot. Now, I think you've got to aim for almost the left here, looking at this breeze and how 2 great players have both missed this right. Has Kim learnt from that?
I like it. Rightly so, and pitches on the little upslope and kills it. Almost exactly where Scotty Scheffler finished. It's not easy to get it there, not easy to hold it. With the breeze straight behind.
Excuse me, folks. Can't go that way.
Down to 13 with the world number 1. See if he can drive the green. Part of the Green Drive initiative for Scotty Scheffler.
Let's have a look. Where is it? Oh, it's just got stuck a little bit on the right bank. I think it avoided the thistles.
You really have to thread the needle down there to get it to stay
narrow,
on the green.
So narrow. He had a go on day 1 with driver, though, didn't he?
Another layer going on along the flanks of the water, up to 15 with Lingmerth. Avoid the bunkers. Quickly down for the tee, that's a good sign.
That's all these poor guys out there. I mean, just a drop of rain to finish off your day.
Fortunate so far, it hasn't rained and the wind hasn't got ridiculously strong.
3rd at 16, 1 behind Hatton. Started it right. Is it drawing back? No, it doesn't look like it by his reaction. No, it's gone too far left. Today's just 6 on 5 from the left, so he's really short side is himself there.
Nice tempo there from Ben Ahn, rewarded with a decent birdie look as well to get back within 2. 4,100 trees will be planted, courtesy of the wider green drive sustainability strategy here on site. Great work from everyone, and from one tree planted as well. Quickly to Rory in the bunker.
Up the face, but on the downslope, up the face. It's just nestled a little bit, but this is doable. Needs to carry this all the way.
Not easy. He had to get it up quick when he didn't really want to, with the breeze helping, but chance of saving his par.
We're being very judgy here. That was brilliant, wasn't it, really?
It was a good shot, yeah.
Still looks about 8 feet, though. It just looked in the air that it was going even further.
Tight grip of the pin sheet and the yardage book, otherwise it's going to finish in the sea for McIntyre. It's like he's got a secret he's not going to pass on to anybody else. And it's
You used
working.
to do your writing on the desk with your arm all, so nobody would copy it.
They didn't want to copy me.
I used to get really annoyed with people that did that. I couldn't see.
Hatton down greenside in 3 though at the par 5, up and down required for par. He's at 16. This is the view, the infinity view at the 12th.
And surprisingly enough, Ali, it's actually pretty straight this down the hill for Fleetwood. I just feel like he's getting on with the putts today in these conditions. I've enjoyed watching him holding out. You can have a go at this.
That was so unlucky. That was to get within 1. Now Bobby McIntyre, the leader. Throwing right on the pin. There's the distance. Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's actually better than that. It's magnificent for McIntyre. Certain birdie. 14 under, 2 clear. Wow. Good boy.
You can tell by that shot he's not thinking about his swing now. He's had problems with his swing the last 3 or 4 months, but this was all about execution. How am I going to play it? Where do I want to land it? What shape do I want to hit? This was, again, world class. 2 iron shots in a row. You won't see any better this season. Lower trajectory. Just going to let it release out, skip over the little ridge in the green, and then, come to daddy.
I heard that. McIlroy was looking over there, see if he could see what it was.
Well, this will give us an idea how McIlroy's putt's going to treat from the other side of the hole. There's such a strong wind blowing. I much prefer the wind being from your right than the left. Actually quite a straight putt, so this moves left to right. Just shows you how much slope is in this.
Doesn't want to take his hat off for some reason. I think I'd get rid of the old hat. Well, Scheffler stepped in straight away and hit it very quick. I noticed after he put his ball down from exactly the same spot, and he left in the jaws short. Wasn't me, boss.
Anthony, big cup putt coming up for McIlroy. We'll see in a minute. We'll go back to Hatton.
Nice lie on the upslope. Okay.
It's looking better for the Scots boy. Big putt, Anthony.
Yeah, he's had 3 big looks at the leaderboard waiting for it to change.
He's hit it to a foot on 15, McIntyre.
Yeah, I think he heard that. It's right to left with wind. So this is anyone's guess how much you allow here. This is all about pace.
Yeah, the general green slope is from the left, but the wind is whipping from the other side. This is going to be so tricky to pick the line. You don't remember what it's like, Anthony, trying to stand over the ball when the wind's buffeting at your trouser legs.
Almost the nearer you get, the harder they feel.
You just don't want to rush it. You don't want to feel you're going to hit it until you're ready, but you just can't get ready with the wind.
I think the ball might be oscillating.
Could be,
that's what happened with Kim, I think. Just kept backing off. Come on, Rory. It's got to go in. It doesn't. It does. Oh! Just turned in time. Look at that smile. Thought he'd missed it. It's in though, Rory.
Maybe the wind blew it in. Changed the ball direction. Hard to tell from this angle, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's missed though, doesn't it? It's out right. He's gone right. Oh! Good up them to say, did you think he'd missed that? No, I knew it was going in. No, it's missed. Oh!
Seen some bizarre things out in the wind out there today. Up to the 13th, Scheffler.
This is chippable interval, especially as good as him. Go on, son. Go on. Run away. Run away. Oh, man. Thought he had it. Beautiful shot.
Never heard that before, Ken.
What's that?
Chippable interval.
I'm so excited about the opportunity.
That would have got him within
Another
one of the
edge.
lead, wouldn't it? Yeah. Magic from Scheffler. It's a bogey from Hatton at 16 as well. The last true scoring chance in the last 4 holes. All feeds back to the drive.
Yeah, it was a tough drive. There's one place he couldn't put it. As Sam says, there is a bit of room down the right. Anyway, he's not disappointed.
It's 2 gone in the last 4. So he's back to 11 under par, trailing by 2 now. Tyrrell Hatton. Trying to join him on that number is Ben Arn. Seen more than our fair share leave it short from over on that side on 13 today.
Will McIlroy have a go? He could probably get his driving iron on this green today.
Interesting to see. Lindmer's done very well because he bogeyed his opening hole, hadn't hit the most awful second shot to the first, and when you're not finding any form when you start off like that, it's so easy to think here we go again, but he's hanging tough.
Just creeps it's inside the marker of Robert MacIntyre. Be Lagergren to go next. Currently in one of those 3 open places for those yet qualified. They've got some fighting spirit today, don't they, the Scots?
Very calm Scottish child. Where's my dinner?
So this to lead by 2. A mere formality.
Usually. This gusty wind, and it's not so exposed, there's screen some trees behind it, but you won't be thinking, I'm just going to nudge this in.
It's moving, isn't it? It's definitely oscillating. He gave him that putt on the Thursday morning first round. He'd have been knocked in, but as he walked onto the green. But it's really blowing there. It's very open up. Not much protection round the green.
And you and I have both missed for this range in this sort of wind in our careers.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say regularly, but
I'd be lagging up. Come on, Bobby. Bit of concentration, Ken. Just knock it in.
That's it. You just got to... Don't hit it unless you're ready. Oh, he's not ready yet. It's only a foot, isn't it? I mean, normally you think I'd kick it. Getting nervous.
Well, the cameraman can't keep it still. Well done, Bobby. Oh, thank goodness for that. 14 under, 2 clear.
6
What a
under
day.
par. Yeah.
On a day like this. It's kind of reminiscent of Paul Lawrie all those years ago at Carnoustie. Came from 10 behind to win the Open.
Back to 13. Iron for Rory.
Yeah, a little surprised, Just looking down the right, everything feeds around.
He stayed up the right half as well. Just makes the second a little trickier.
What a save it was from McIlroy back at the 12th. And what a move it is from Robert MacIntyre. That 67 from Nicolai Højgaard as well might have just been enough, given how many of those ahead of him are already qualified for the Open, to get him one of those Open spots. Could we see another Scottish winner? It's been a long time since we did last here at the Renaissance.
There's looking back at the tee at number 16.
And I can tell you, right is better than left. Of course, fairway is what he wants to find here, Bobby Mack, but left is not good. Right into the teeth of the wind.
Hard to tell. It could just be short. It's a very soft bounce. There's a deep pot there where Hatton went. Getting very exciting, game, isn't it?
Please. Thank you.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Right over to 13. Here's Tom Kim. Looks like some sort of fairway metal, Anthony.
Yeah, that's the play. I think Fleetwood's in a bit of trouble. It is super exposed out here at 13 and 14. Just keep hold of that golf ball.
You almost need to use the 5 yards inside the rough line to get it all the way down there. It's not going to quite have the heat on it to do it, but it was on a great line.
News from 15. Bob McIntyre is not in that fairway bunker.
Well, that basically saves him a shot. I mean, that's the biggest break he'll have today.
Always need a little bit of luck, Ken, don't you?
Yeah. Scheffler's, what can he do here? Look at that club. It's pretty straight face for 154 yards. He's eyeing out. A little left of the pin, is it? Yeah, that's a darn good one. A very good one. He was out here on Monday first thing. He's flown in, decided not to go to his room because he's going to go to sleep, he thought. So played 9 holes. Beautiful it was then.
But he's kind of been under the radar all week, hasn't he, so far, Scotty Scheffler? He is right in there, though. 3 shots back. A reminder of the European team rankings for the Ryder Cup. Robert McIlroy and Yannick Paul at the moment. That's the European points list. Then off the world list, the next 3 are Hovland, Hatton and Fitzpatrick. And then Luke Donald will have 3 picks. They'll be selected early in September, as will the US 6, because 6 qualify automatically for them. And then Zach Johnson will make his wildcard picks That's after the Tour Championship. This looks a bit like Whistling Straits out here, doesn't it?
It's certainly whistling anyway. You always hear it. Robert MacIntyre's getting up. He just can't tell. Please don't be in that bunker. He doesn't know it yet, though.
And what a huge win this would be potentially for McIntyre.
He's had a bit of a rough ride. Finding some form recently, swapping coaches and clubs. And I spoke to him at the Italian Open. I shouted across the fairways, defending champion. I said, "Hey, got any new clubs in your bag?" No, he said. "Oh, yeah, I've got a new driver." "Oh, that's interesting." "Oh, yeah, I've got a new wedge as well." And then he said he'd got a new putter. I mean, honest to goodness, how can you change your...
So apart from
the three most important clubs in the bag, they're all the same.
To be fair, he's had us guessing with his coaches the last 3 weeks as well. That's how it lies. I think back to what happened with Tyrrell Hatton. Could only advance it 50 yards. Won't be able to hit the shot he really wants to, though, with the lip ahead of him, David.
Indeed, this face of the bunker has just got his attention. He'd love to be smashing a wood down here, try and knock some yardage out of the hole, but he can't risk it. He's got a long iron out. I fancied 4-iron maybe. Just creeps over. Not a time to take a risk, though. Imperative just to find the fairway. So it won't be a short third shot. Coming down that hill into the breeze, not tricky. So nice straight iron shot here, and he's going to find himself in the box seat.
Where has that gone? David, did you have eyes on it?
I couldn't pick it up from here, sadly. It didn't look pleased with it, possibly left.
Just needs to keep it where he can see it, doesn't he? Robert MacIntyre right now.
It's 1-2-8 for McIlroy. Everyone's looking down the right for Tommy Fleetwood's ball. He's got the crowd involved. And McIlroy's going to go ahead and play to this front pin. Slight upslope. Gives him a little bit of control, not much. Just a gap wedge.
Oh, that could be a really unkind bounce for McIlroy. That's going to go down into the bowl, and that makes it a completely different putt.
That was a frisky bounce.
No, I had it good. It just got knocked on. I had that good. I wasn't thin at all.
There you have it.
Well, that's links golf for you, isn't it, really? You get some good, you get some bad bounces. Here's Ben Ann from this slope to the left of 14. To 17, Hatton.
Can he find the little bowl today? Over on the left, just cover the bunker, maybe use a little slope behind it. That's going to drift on away down the hill.
Without any wind, you can hit a nice big high cut soft lander in there, and it's a very accessible pin position. Bring it in from the right or beyond. And with this wind, tricky. Beach looks not very busy this afternoon.
And no one in the water, Ken. I can't understand it. It's the summer. Now, the search was on for Tommy Fleetwood. Have they found the ball? Wally?
It was a good find. He's going to take a drop, got no choice. It's 3 foot deep in there. He was just discussing with Ian Finnis if the two clubs can do the job or not, because back on line is no good.
It's been all pars, hasn't it, so far for Tommy Fleetwood? He'd do well to make a par out of this.
Yeah, and you can see he's chasing, and he probably just took a bit of a risk. I think if he could whip it on the green, and it's going to pay a penalty of some sort. Oh, be lucky.
For the likes of Fleetwood and Scheffler, players of their calibre, it's win or bust. Going for it. This a chance to get back within 2 for Scotty Scheffler at the par 3. Playing the hardest it has all week, the 14th. And a good 30 yards longer into the wind as well. So just the par.
You could say the same about McIlroy with some of the putts he hasn't holed, but if Scheffler had holed half the ones that looked as though they might go in and he shaved the side of the holes, my goodness me, he would be ahead by some distance, I would suggest. There's Bob McIntyre, who does lead the way here.
And the ball's fine, David.
Oh, he's in great shape, just on top of the hill. I mean, he couldn't have asked to be in better shape after that second shot. Oh, blimey. His guess is as good as anyone's as to what club he's going to hit in when he eventually comes to his turn. What I do like about it, he's playing very quickly. Played out a turn for his second shot. Just got on with things, which is a good sign if you're a McIntyre supporter.
Does this even get... How far's that 4 iron?
Lingworth, well, he's been hacking his way down this hole and he's got a long iron in here.
I mean, that's what
And hates it. Doesn't like it at all.
Still guessing where that one ended up. Down 16.
It's just made its way down the fairway, Alison.
There we go, back to Ben An. Back up the hill, right to left. In it goes.
And all these ones are crucial, aren't they, for both Ben An and for David Lingworth, not yet qualified for the Open next week. Giving themselves a great chance with a few holes to go. Need to keep it going. McIntyre's third now into the par 5, 16th.
Playing 150? Yes. At least? At least. Okay.
Well, as far as I could pay out, make up 150. Playing 150. 7 iron. Knocked in 7. Slow, piercing through the wind.
Is he another
Not
rammer?
on line though.
Ooh.
And with so much spin on it, they're always more likely to dive. There's no bunker down there. It's just a little collection area, a little swale. Won't be overly straightforward, however, for the up and down.
Gouging it out. Down to come out. A bit frisky, like a frightened cat. Well, McIlroy and Fleetwood have got very tricky 2 putts.
Meanwhile, at 17, Tyrrell Hatton, who's missed the green, hit the par 3.
Good lie, if he's got a decent one, so they jolt it up the slope. So lie dependent, those shots. If you've got a nice lie, you can get a bit of grip on it, but it must have been sitting a bit cuppy. Had to sort of dig for it a fraction.
To Tom Kim at the 13th. Good drive here, hasn't left himself very much at all.
Creative. Yeah, that's nicely done. Very nicely done indeed. Superb, superb. Oh. From his end, he's thinking, go on, go on.
Always a showman too. That wasn't far away, was it? Driver out for Scotty Scheffler at 15.
There's 2 bunkers up the left in play for him if he drifts up the left. Oh. Oh. Oh, you won't believe that's gone in there. That's just dropped in the edge.
No, I don't hit one left. What's that? I'll tee it up low.
Just checking his yardage, but I can't hit it that far, surely.
Fairway's almost faster than the greens in some places out there today.
We saw the chip. So, Tyrrell Hatton has left himself a good 12-15 feet or so for his par here at 17.
You've got to be thinking that this, the way things are looking at the moment, he's got to hold this. Oh, I don't know, 12 under could still win it. Oh. Tricky one to read. It's a sort of feely, touchy one, a little bit down the slope.
Needs 2 good putts, the next 2 holes to keep himself in it.
And he's got it, he's got it. Just in the side door. He's got the heart of a lion. He's been my Ryder Cup side every time. What a card too, look at those birdies on it today.
Well, I would say a birdie at 18 would make it interesting, and it would. There's only been 1 birdie on 18 so far today. Fleetwood over the green at 13. Pretty well judged.
That means Robert MacIntyre is going to be the only bogey-free player on the golf course. Once Tommy Fleetwood taps that in.
Bobby Mac, well, you saw where it ended up, a sanded divot. No one said it would be easy, did they? One good thing though, easy to be indecisive at this stage of a tournament, and he's forced to use the putter, which is probably a good thing. Might just bobble a little bit coming out of this line, which is the downside.
Thank you.
But he can just nudge this up and over and judge it right. You never know, par is still within his grasp here.
Well, he did it, sort of scampered up there, a few hair-like hops.
McIlroy from the little depression on the left-hand side of the green at 13.
He's almost going to have to putt up the point of the ridge. There's almost a little bulbous swale right up there. Pace putt. Nearly perfect.
Good heavens. That was a great effort, wasn't it?
Hope he's not complaining that the wind kept it out after his previous effort. Oh, these are the worst ones of all. Exposed green. Oh. Well done. So it's the last throw of the dice for Tommy Fleetwood, but he needs a bit of magic on the closing holes. 10 under, 4 behind.
Well, it's the last time we'll see these stunning views for a while, isn't it? What a location we have here at the Renaissance Club. Great golfing country, I'm sure you know. Muirfield next door, one side, Archerfield the next. You've got North Berwick down the road. You've got Gullen just along the coast as well.
And quite a bit of variety as well amongst the golf courses. This perhaps a little bit more of a modern links than some of the other choices. Muscle Butter, one of the oldest golf courses in the world. About 15 minutes down the way.
Joachim Lagergren of Sweden taps in. We said what an important day it is for him. He's 170th in the race to Dubai coming. He's a couple over par today. He makes his par there. We'll go to McIntyre. He held a few good par-saving putts early in the round, but he's got his work cut out here, David.
Well, he could do with another one, couldn't he? It's an easy one to read. It's downhill right to left. It's all about the moment, really. The wind makes it a bit trickier. Thousands willing this to go in the hole.
I think he thought he had it. Leads now back to 1.
And no lead is safe.
So
Up before the tap in on 18.
No, you've got to find that 18th green. You might breathe a slight sigh of release if you're 2 ahead. That's unlikely to happen. Oh, the fellow in the bottom right corner, I think, has fallen asleep.
They are living and breathing it all, aren't they, for Bob McIntyre, their man. Half of East Lothian have come to watch. Oh, it didn't go in the bunker for Scotty Scheffler at 15. I'm not sure whether that doesn't make it much more difficult.
Yeah, 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. So easy to drag these left. You've got to go down the shaft and make sure you hold the face open through impact, otherwise you'll pull it left. I like the way he always sort of smiles when he's doing it. It's, as if he's sort of enjoying the whole process.
Some hardy souls out there today, aren't they? They're all wrapped up. Very different to earlier in the week when it was warm and sunny, and McIntyre's lead has been cut to 1. No one's bogey-free, it means, over the Renaissance links today out there. McIntyre leading McIlroy by 1. It's the 2 Macs, isn't it, at the top of the leaderboard. The 2 Celts. Shane Lowry has not had the day he would have hoped. Grant Forrest, remember, he was on a sponsor's invite this week. He's taken advantage of that. Sam Burns played beautiful golf earlier this week. He just came off the rails a bit yesterday, didn't he, at the 10th hole, where he had that bad break. He had the ball sort of hanging on the face of the bunker. That cost him a couple of shots, maybe 3, wasn't it? Minwoo Lee, the 2021 champion there, in amongst the 4 unders. He signed off with a level par round of 70 as our final 3-ball climb to the 14th tee, all the way downhill. You see the stone wall, you see the flag fluttering at 14, just the other side of the wall.
I'm sure Anthony will be somewhere up there.
I'm halfway down, sheltering, Ken. It's too hard a shot up the top, 154. It's probably a pin, actually, you'd only ever see when it's windy. Trying to shelter the flag. You could pick any one of 3, 4, 5 or 6. All about how much spin you put on the ball, really. It's almost, right, probably actually dead straight into the players, this.
Straight over the top of it for Tom Kim. But that will be on the lower tier of the 2, over on that side.
Just like standing on the end of a runway with a strong breeze blowing into this 14th tee. It's a rich, heavy wind, Anthony.
It is a heavy breeze. It's a funny one because all week it's been slightly quartering here. It's the first time it's been this hefty straight into. Really only hit a couple of fairways today, McIlroy, and the par 3s are no gig either. No chance to make 2. Really struggling with that ball flight, just trying to keep it down, just not managing it. And with a tee shot that's 7 or 8 down, it doesn't get any easier coming home.
Yeah, we've got a view of the flag straight at us, and this elevation change is so tricky because your ball's sort of already launched into the air. This is just a little chip forward down the shaft.
Go. 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 Yeah.
It is pretty good. Just ekes its way down onto the putting surface.
Yeah.
154, probably playing about 185 up there.
Yeah.
It's a tricky exam paper, Rory, isn't it? It really is today.
Over to the 17th and our leader, McIntyre.
Them flags are showing like it's helping. I know. I'm following this and hitting starting it over here. Just take one more look at this flag right here, Bob. Will you? I'm not really worried about that flag. I'm worried about the flags behind the green, the ones in the grandstand.
into the wind on the 14th. It should be right to left and into, I think.
I think you're right, Ken. Into off the right, Lingworth. He just pierced it through the window. That might just have confused Bobby McIntyre's 190. Difficult wind for a left-hander. It's a slicing wind into off the right. Probably the least favourable. The good news, though, if you can get one away online, this pin is in the bowl. Time for the shot of your life.
Drifting on the wind. Oh, it's a little unlucky. Probably gets gathered off the green, but could have just done with the carrying another couple of yards. Can't believe he's missed the green, I don't think.
Stay in the green. It's on the bank on the right hand side, if you No, it's not me. No. No.
Struck it nicely. Downslope of the bunker sort of stretches into about 3 or 4 yards onto the green, and the flag's only on 10.
14, Fleetwood. Trying to drill it through, but I think he's turned it over. And that's up on high. It's not even going to get the bounce. Tumultuous, to say the least, from up there. Same of the previous hole.
Over to 18, Tyrrell Hatton. Back into the breeze, this one.
That's perfect. It's on the fairway. It's all he needed.
Oh, it was so close to that bunker though, when it just tiptoed by, Sam.
Scotty Scheffler, we saw him come out of the, well, it wasn't the bunker, he was standing in the bunker, but to the front of the green. So this is for par.
Probably the end of his chances of winning, you'd think. McIntyre's tee shot 17, so unlucky to catch the downslope, but he's 13 under.
Not happy, Fleetwood. Lie's not great, needs to go really high. Just needs to be so soft to get this anywhere close.
Great shot from there. McIlroy's pretty similar to McIntyre's, a wee bit longer. Same lines, I think.
Should be Kim to go next. One long, one short. McIlroy down below the level. Nice scoreboard, just 50 yards short of this green, just keeping the players informed. They're constantly looking at the changes. It's that time of the day.
Well, it's been a great afternoon's entertainment, I have to say that. It looks like we're going to get completed, which was a big question mark at the start of the day. We thought the wind was going to get too strong and the odd storm might come through, but so far so good.
So it's not McIlroy or McIntyre on the screen now. It's kind of really get excited. Tom Kim, long one up the green.
Just right to left early, Sam, and then straightening on that breeze.
Just to get within one. That's a good putt, good speed. It's really fluctuated at the top of the board all afternoon. He was ahead for a minute.
He's done well, hasn't he, Tom Kim? He had that testing little patch, didn't he? End of the front nine, dropping shots at 7, 8 and 9. Didn't manage to birdie 10. But he's hung tough. So McIlroy with a chance. How many of these would you hold out of 10? Maybe 20, Anthony.
Half, maybe one in these conditions. I thought at the start of the day, I thought level par would be a good score. You probably hold a few more on the putting green before you go out because you get used to the slopes, but a one-off putt is so difficult in these conditions. There's so many variables, left to right, until it gets on top. Incredibly slow putt, I would have thought.
Yeah, it's a tough one too, Anthony. Doesn't want to do anything daft. One behind. Yeah, great putt on 13 though from up the slope. Thought it was going in.
I think, Sam, once you get through here, it's not quite so exposed. Putting might feel slightly easier in about half an hour's time.
He's giving it a rattle. Oh, it's a beautiful putt. Oh, it's gone in! Goodness me, I thought it was just going to miss right. It's gone in! Oh my God, McIlroy tied at the top with McIntyre.
Well, well, well. He held a nice one there yesterday, didn't he? The 14th has been kind to Rory McIlroy.
How about the two greens? The other par 3 just across the way there. He thought he'd missed his putt there and it went in. I don't think he thought he'd missed that one, but I did, but it went in.
I did too. I thought, no way that's going in. I'm sure he was headed in by the wind.
Right, to 17, McIntyre. David.
Well, I can tell you, I heard the big cheer, but Bobby Mac won't have heard that. The wind is so strong, completely unawares of what McIlroy has just done. This is a great lie. It's a very simple chip. It's just the circumstances that make it difficult. Just shunt it forward, landed on the first yard or so of the green. The slope will just deaden the pace a little. Holeable.
It's the chip in now. I'll probably have a heart attack. Nicely played. Not easy to get it all the way there. So we're tied at the top. 2 clear of Hatton and Kim.
Tom Kim is just tapping in for his par with a bit of luck anyway. How about this one, Ken?
It was a sort of wandering minstrel. I thought that's Miss Right, which is done so. And then suddenly there's a little puff of wind just at the right time. He'll be able to tell us when we interview him at the end of the round. It was certainly a crowd pleaser. And, well, 2 putts, 2 par 3s that I think you thought might have slipped by. Get in there, you beauty.
There's a few half-hearted claps there because of McIntyre being the player in contention with them. And that was very special. Well, he's got a chance up here. 3 wood probably isn't driver. Saw Scheffler almost go in the bunker.
So a huge putt here for Bob McIntyre. This is for par at 17 to remain at 13 under, tied with McIlroy. To the task as well. A crucial par for McIntyre.
Doogie and Carol, his mum and dad are out watching. Sister Jill, Nicola, and foster brother Thomas out in the crowd. His mum and dad foster children. Isn't that a lovely thing to do?
Of Oban there as well. All of the rest of Oban will be watched on the telly.
Hatton has found the fairway at 18, just under 200 yards to go.
Well 12 won't be far away if he can make a birdie. I'm sure he likes it. He's just pulled it. Oh, shit. A few yards right there, catches the slope, goes down to about 12 feet. Not a difficult chip though. He had his chance, Hatton. He was too clear at one point. 2 costly bogeys.
Well, I think this 18th ultimately going to tell the full story. It's such a wonderful closing par 4 and very difficult hole. Tee up today, otherwise it would be dreadfully tough, but still a tough 4.
Drive. Not sure about this, Wally.
No, not at all. 7th hole, he hit it 422. 389, that left-hand bunker.
He's missed this fairway. Missed it the first 2 rounds. Not sure about yesterday, I can't remember.
I mean, a driving iron's going to go 300 yards. He doesn't mind his 3-wood. It's a wide fairway, but it's just hard to get it past that bunker up the right. You can't see it from the tee. Howling down breeze.
Oh, we've gone left again, Molly. Won't be in the bunker this time, though. Up there somewhere. He has a good angle in, but funny decision. Just brings the bunker into play. Don't understand it. Not gaining anything by hitting driver.
Driver out, Sam.
This one's definitely driver.
Tee forward means you probably can just about clear the right-hand bunker. Do you think you can clear the right-hand bunker today, David, or is it too far?
Can clear the right ones, of that there's no doubt. The left-hand ones, that's the trouble. Can't get past those. Something down the right half would be just ideal.
Great shot back from the drone there.
All right. Start hitting that. Yeah, I'm heading straight out the lane on the right. Yes. All right. Yeah.
Full commitment here. That's exactly where he's aiming it. Just hit it there.
This club has been his nemesis the last little while.
Sick stuff over there.
It's all right there.
Hasn't found the path, has he?
Shame. Seems to put a very soft swing on it, Ken.
Yes, as if he was
into that wind. You've got to give it a belt,
yeah.
haven't you, up over the bunker. Anyway, hindsight's a wonderful thing.
When he came on tour, he's predominantly faded the ball and very rarely hooked it. And been fiddling with his swing and developed the occasional hook.
Well, Lingmuth next to go. Don't forget he's chasing down one of those open spots.
Very lucky there. It's got short of the traps. Probably been 3-wood today, straight out of the traps, and no trouble. Again, hindsight's a wonderful thing. That under so much pressure there, what they're about to gain, especially from McIntyre.
Well, good Tyrrell nudgement up the bank and pop it in the hole to get to 12 under. It'd be a good target. Pretty well played. It was a little difficult to know what it's going to do that first pitch in the bank, whether it's going to sit up or release out.
Had it going early, didn't he, Tyrrell Hatton? He's struggled a bit on the homeward journey. What a day it's been for Bob McIntyre. What a day it could be for Scottish golf. We shall see. We've had quite a few additions, especially here at Renaissance, settled in a playoff. wait and see how that ball is lying, see if he can somehow make a par or maybe even a Houdini birdie. Hatton for par.
Just to set the clubhouse lead, but it's, oh, that to be 11 under, is that to be 10 under now?
Huge prize fund. Just under $1.6 million for the winner. £9 million purse.
Rory striding up the 15th. We know he's down the left. We're not entirely sure where he's finished. And meanwhile, over at 18, there is McIntyre. And that is Bob McIntyre's ball.
Well, if he's going straight ahead as we're looking, it's perfect. Great lie. Oh, he's got away with that. That's brilliant. Well, McIlroy's got away with a few today, Ken.
Well, that is a break, because there's some vengeful rough around in that area down the left side. It's gone a little track where the greenkeeper's trimmed for him, especially. It'll be anxious moments for him, though, because he knows if he finds a bad lie, it's a hack out.
It's below the ball. Stance looks okay, but the lie is very good.
Sam, I've had a look. It couldn't be better, really, in the circumstances. Looking straight up the green, he's had a really break. He deserves it. He'll be delighted when he sees it.
Up ahead, it is not going to be a 5th Gold Star, a 5th Rolex Series victory for Tyrrell Hatton. He's on a bit of damage limitation now after the bold first putt. This for a bogey 5. It's a rotten way to finish, isn't it? Lots of good work out there today, but a double bogey at the last for Tyrrell Hatton. And a closing 69.
What a double act those two are.
Defending champion about to finish off. Well done. What a great day for him, 74. From Hatton, 75 from Soderberg, sorry.
Yeah, Soderberg, one of those who was hoping to grab an open spot, but no good for him, I'm afraid. Let's go back down this 18th. There's David Lingmuth.
3 wood for Lingmuth here. It really is all he's got to this green. It's quite the amphitheatre. The green is surrounded, and boy, he'll have to hit his Sunday best to even reach the surface here. The tee's 40 yards up. That's how strong this wind is. What would he give now? Just to pierce one through the wind and find the putting surface. Front edge would be amazing.
Draw. It looks started well. Oh, it's just gone too much. It won't be easy. It's into the wind, but it won't be easy.
I think it's looking like he can probably afford to drop one stroke and still make the Open. But back to Robert.
They're in deep conversation here. Not surprisingly, a huge moment. The hybrid really has got a very clear view towards this green. Just so hard to judge how far this ball is going to go. It's 214 yards to the pin. But it's playing, well, it's playing 250 yards. Don't think he could hit it past the hole if he tried, to be honest with you.
David, has he seen a leaderboard at all? Does he know that McIlroy made the putt at 14? He's tied for the lead?
I don't think he knows. To be honest with you, it's one of those moments, isn't it? He's got to get through here. Anything could happen in these conditions. You just got to get the ball in the hole before you look, I think.
He had a rescue out. Now he's gone to what looks as if it could be his 3-wood down the shaft. He's going to hit a cutty shot, and he would be hot favourite if he can make a par, getting down in 3 from here. Big cut, little low sliding one from right to left.
Tougher shot with this club though. Like it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my!
Oh,
what a shot! One of the best shots I've ever seen in my life.
Under the circumstances, absolutely. What a shot!
But it wasn't just a plain, straightforward 4-iron from the middle of the fair. There were so many ingredients in that. The strong wind, the little 3/4 shot. Just watch it down the shaft, little cut on it. Oh, it's like a sort of 3-wood with a wedge.
The height, everything.
Oh,
magnificent.
And under the circumstances. No one doubt that watching a bit there. Look at this.
Look how much it's moving. Oh, for goodness sake. Out of this world. We'll never forget this, Ken.
Nor will I.
No.
That's superb. That really is. He was going to go with his rescue and see if he could sort of scuttle out there. That's a shot of the highest quality. Not many people would attempt, and almost none would pull off. Well, still got work to do.
Right, to McIlroy at 15.
Oh, this is going to feed round a little bit. He's the only man that can spoil the Scottish party. Not as close as it could have been. 30 feet probably.
To Benan. Yes, at the 16th, the par 5.
He's done it. He's done it. I thought it might wander right and tiptoed another one into the centre of the cup.
And he moves a step closer to Royal Liverpool in the Open as well. Well, let's listen to this reception coming up the 18th for McIntyre.
Match number 22. A winner of the TT World Tour of Scotland, Sweden, John Lagergren.
And doesn't he just deserve all those applause after that shot?
Hardest thing is to stay calm with all that excitement about him going on. He's still got a big job to knock that in, which would probably almost seal it. There's at least one clear.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times, you know, I've questioned what Rory's hit off the tee. I know he does attack everything and it's easy to criticise, but there's one or two fairways. If you'd have found the fairway there, he's going with some sort of wedge. And it's quite an easy pin to get out.
Scotty Scheffler makes his birdie, so he's back to 11 under par and a share of third place for the world #1. I read some ridiculous statistic the other day. I'm not massive into stats, but in his last 6 starts, he's been beaten by only 14 players out of a possible 858. Take that in.
That's impressive. The stat, that is.
Kim to get to 12, that'd only be one behind. Not hit it, has he? Yes, he has. Oh, it just slid by. McIlroy's tied with McIntyre. Getting confused, thinking he's one ahead. He might be in a minute. Not apart in the last for.
Bunt out the back and onto the little ridge and then down the other side. Down the slope. Delightfully played. Currently tied for 6th, and there's a huge prize money here.
McIlroy just to tidy up for his par at 15.
Good 4. Poor tee shot, but a good 4.
Needs a good drive on the next, doesn't he? The par 5, 16th.
I don't think even with his power, I don't think he can reach, but he can put it in good position. Scheffler at 17. He's pulled this one, I think. That's a lot.
Running out of players, Dom for a hole in 1. With this breeze, it's generally quite an easy pin position, but under these conditions, finding the green's not bad.
Jordan Smith and his caddy bagged those prizes last year, didn't they? 1 car for the player, 1 for the caddy. No one's done it so far this week. I think it's unlikely, but you never know. So to this arena around the 18th at the Renaissance Club. And there is Bob McIntyre. He said he felt something good was just around the corner. 71 great holes last week, he said, in Denmark. Just the one poor one cost him a chance of winning there.
He's thought about this all his life, a chance to win the Scottish Open. And it's there.
So he's got a little wait for David Lingmuth.
These putts are so important if you're struggling for your card. And a chance of a big check. Every little bit, every little dollar helps.
Well done, that's gutsy stuff, isn't it? And that secures David Lingmuth his place at the Open next week at Royal Liverpool. Well done him.
Yeah, great stuff. Brave round today after a slightly shaky start.
Yep.
To the 16th tee, McIlroy.
Light a candle. This is left. This is left. But it's okay. Oh, that was tight, Ken, wasn't it?
It was okay now. He's got that extra power. Just managed to tiptoe over the edge of that bunker. He enjoyed it.
It's on the downslope. Get a lot of run from there. Might get close.
Meanwhile, back at 18. Just ever so mindful of what happened to Tyrrell Hatton a few moments ago.
Greggy's caddy having a look. I don't think it's the hardest one to read. He's seen his playing partner from the other side of the cup, gives you a steer. And his holding out this week has been very good, excellent.
Biggest part of his life, Ken.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Ryder Cup, Scottish Open. Money list, race to Dubai.
All he's got to think about is what's the line, the right pace, pressure.
Doug Sanders.
What a roar. What a birdie for Scotland's Bob McIntyre. And what a round of golf. A 64 in these brutal conditions. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Is it going to be enough to win him the Genesis Scottish Open? We are going to find out over the next, what, 45 minutes, hour or so. Drink it in, Bob.
One of the great rounds, Sam, isn't it? And what a shot at the last, my goodness.
Shot of the year at the last. Just has to stay calm. You never know what McIlroy can do. Bob cannot do any more. He couldn't have played any better. And what a 3 to finish with. My God, how he must have been feeling on that part.
Greggy's caddy back a couple of weeks ago. They started their career together on the tour from the Challenge Tour, then moved on to the main tour, and they're back together, and always a love affair.
It certainly is now.
1999. You have to go back to the last and only Scottish winner.
Monty.
Not there yet, though, because we've got the mighty McIlroy charging up the 16th.
You do sense it's now between those two, though, don't you? Well, McIntyre has done all he can do now. He is going to remember that shot at 18 for a long, long time. Bless him, he is getting emotional down there.
When you've had your struggles and you're not sure whether you're going to come back, and you're hitting hooks when you want to hit fades, and then suddenly here you are. It's difficult.
You think where he was earlier this season, really struggling with his game, not enjoying himself out on the golf course. Yeah, he's chopped and changed his coaches a little bit over the last couple of months. It is not done yet. You're absolutely right to stay focused. But here he is, one ahead with that, and say it again, an absolutely sensational round of 64 in these conditions.
Bob from Oban, as he's affectionately known. Dancing around Glencruton, where his dad's the greenkeeper, where he took up the game, where he learned to play all these little shots onto small greens. He's played one today. And here it is. Sammy, talk us through it.
Incredible shot, the height, the softness it lands with, and just magnificent. Absolutely, looks better now. Looks even closer.
Even Sam's got a little tear in his eye.
What a putt.
Those little yarders with the blustering breeze when everything's at stake. I tell you what, you need nerves of steel and a heart of a lion.
That's what it means to him.
It would, of course, be a PGA Tour victory as well.
Oh, Tom, is there any more honey on the bun?
We don't want to lose them to America, but we want them to beat America in a month or so's time.
Flower of Scotland.
Oh, after all that excitement.
And it's not all over either.
The pipes are playing and the kilts are swinging.
I'm not sure he doesn't think the hole's just moving as it gets to a yard away. The hole just moves a fraction, so it slides past the edge. Poor old Scotty. He's had one of those. Well, the last 3 days it's been like it.
There's Rory.
Got the driving iron. Tom, that can go a mile, that thing. Well, not quite. You know, you know what
this
I mean.
wind, Sam, it won't go a mile.
It'll be a long shot back.
Maybe downwind.
You get a lot of run out of it. That's what he's thinking anyway.
Well, did he even get there? Is it possible?
Yeah, I think so, off the downslope. I think if he had a launch pad, he'd have had to probably hit driver, but I think if he can nudge this down and keep it down, he can chase this. At first, I thought it was unlucky, but I think it's a good thing being on this downslope. If he can stay behind and strike this down that right side, it will run for him.
He needs a birdie in the last 3 to tie. He's got the flight, he's got the line. Oh God, this is dangerous. No, it's gone left. Oh, that looked good when it took off, but that's a good 70 yards from the flag. Not impossible, but not easy. Oh, I need some oxygen. This is manager Ian.
Management company known as Bounce.
No, I goes, mate, I've got to have the fever to get this in the green. Because like, where do you start? Or where do you try to hit it? It was right at the pin.
Great man, lovely fella, both of them.
Where are you going to start? You've got to move that. I goes, mate, I'm starting this thing in the hospitality. And I've hit it, and I couldn't see where it was going. The clouds come in and out. I just said,
He's just talking through that shot, isn't he?
Yeah,
To 18.
I'm surprised you could understand them, though.
I got the gist of it, Sam. That's nicely done, isn't it, from Ben Ann, so he's creeping closer to a place at Royal Liverpool as well.
Yeah, he's played great all week, Ben Ann. Slightly overshadowed by McIntyre and McIlroy. It's, well, we're in Scotland, it's a week for the Macs.
And remember, he started this final round 5 off the lead, McIntyre as well.
He did well to back off there. He backed off it just before he went to hit it. Knew he wasn't ready. Came back in. Just magnificent. Magnificent.
Another view, watch
the crowd. Yeah, never mind the putt. Watch the crowd. Yeah. I do hope it works out for him. Oh, that was stylish.
Great that his family were here to see it as well.
They've been bits.
Eddie and Carol, his mum and dad. Sisters Jill and Nicola. Thomas?
What?
The last thing he needs to hear. 18th tee is the playoff hole, and then they're going to do 18, 18, and 6, 6. That doesn't work out.
Right to the 16th. Warley.
Got to carry this all the way. It's got no help. Straight into the teeth for Kim. Good news for McIlroy fans. He's okay down the left. But Kim needs to fly this all the way, which he's done.
Pretty good effort from there.
Third last year, 11 under, is in a share of third place at the moment. So another good week here of renaissance for Tom Kim. Here's Tommy Fleetwood.
Just on the upslope. Just got to guard against this one popping up.
funny, isn't it? He's probably played the steadiest golf in that group today in many ways, Tommy Fleetwood, but he just hasn't managed to make enough birdies, or indeed any birdies so far.
Any news on the lie, Anthony?
It's pretty good, Ken. Could be better, but it's pretty good. I like the look of this. He can pitch this on the slope of 5 yards short of the green, or he can fly all the way. He's got two options. They're both doable. I fully expect this to go pretty close.
Did he hear the roar from 18, Anthony?
No, I don't believe so, but there is a scoreboard just right. He's gone high.
Nicely done, little high floaty one. A number of different ways he could have played that shot. Wanted to take all the humps and hollers out of it and fly it all the way. Doesn't look too inviting from this end.
He's played that well, Kenny. I had to hit that pretty hard. A chance to tie the lead. Still got 2 tough holes to come.
Just can't beat link style golf, can you? It's exciting. There's such a lot of ways of doing things.
Twos and fro's.
Oh, it's terrific.
3 woods to 3 feet.
three woods played like a 7-iron.
Incredible crowds this week, all week, right through the elements. They've loved it. Matt Southgate there, talking to Bobby. I thought it was David for a minute. However,
I think David did pat him on the back coming off the 18th. Congratulated him.
Tricky one, this, actually. Big mound on the right. It's just sort of, I think, going to influence more than it looks. Downhill, down breeze. Make him smile. Pop it in, Tom.
Kim gets to 12. 2 birdies to tie McIntyre. Good luck with that.
There's been 4 birdies on the 17th and 2 on the 18th, so they're pretty hard to come by. And to get back-to-back birdies would be exceptional.
This is an important putt for McIlroy here, watching Fleetwood. Both quite straight around the holes. I think a bit of a telltale sign here. He'll be watching this.
Finally, first birdie today for Tommy Fleetwood. Back to 11 under.
Looking at that break, it should just turn a little bit from left to right, this Rory putt, do you think?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. But Fleetwood's one definitely showed that. You get those moments every now and then. They can make quite a difference, Ken, can't they, when you're playing with someone?
Oh yeah, it just gives you a steer. Definitely left to right. We've seen 1 or 2, haven't we, Sam, from this side? Not turn that much. They've just sort of moved a little. I don't think it's much outside the hole. Not much outside that left edge.
Well, you'd have to say advantage McIntyre after that. McIlroy's got 2 tough holes coming up, 17 and 18 now.
It just did, but all the other ones did that. It just doesn't turn as much as you think. It looks like it does. And of course, Fleetwood's duped him into thinking it was going to turn more than it did.
Here's the angle we needed.
Yeah, that's the one we needed. See, it just doesn't want to come.
No, and he gave it 3 inches. It was never that much. 17's his best chance with that bank on the right of the pin. It's 1 behind, 2 to play.
Little walk over to the 17th tee. Will go up to 18, and Ben Ann, who has found the fairway here.
Missed it right.
Scheffler. A rare miscue from the world #1.
You off now then? The only way is...
These are all putting Bob McIntyre's second shot there into perspective as well, aren't they? And there he is, the Scot on top of the Genesis Scottish Open, this Rolex Series event. Remember, it's 3 of 5. We've still got the BMW PGA Championship to come and the DP World Tour Championship in November in Dubai. McIlroy will need to find a birdie out of 17 or 18. Quiz question for you, Ken. How many birdies do you think there have been combined at 17 and 18 today?
Today? 6.
Oh, I think you would have had a look. Yeah, you were absolutely spot on. 4 on the 17th, and including Bob McIntyre's wonderful birdie there, just 2 on the 18th. Level par 70 for Wyndham Clark, the US Open champion. He'll have got some good prep in, as will all those players heading over to Royal Liverpool, the ones with a claret jug by their name. So Ben Ann is over by the big grandstand on the, there you go. Scheffler short of the 18th green.
Had the option to go to the drop zone, but staying over here because it gives him a slightly better angle for his chip up the green. Might just avoid going over the bunker.
Well, a good performance here, and maybe next week if he gets in, which is highly likely now, we'll see him push up the FedEx Cup rankings. He's 58th currently, and remember, important to be inside the top 50 come end of season to play your way into the elevated events next year.
It's always nice to see a player that came over first of all to play on the European Tour, the DP World Tour as it's known now, to start his game and thrive on the PGA Tour. Well, looks like a nice lie.
Meanwhile, McIlroy waits over on the tee at 17. McIntyre waits somewhere near the range. Here's Scheffler, his third shot at 18.
Also, he's more likely to hold one of these as he is from 20 feet. Oh, what a lovely chip. Right trajectory, just a bit of grip on it, and he's smiled all the way. It's been a frustrating 3 rounds.
Will his services be required further, Bob McIntyre?
Let's hope not.
You can certainly finish birdie par. I think any better than that, you're wishful thinking, but you never know with Rory McIlroy.
Well, the green is clearing here at 17. Where's the wind on this one, Anthony?
Mostly out the right, Dom. Hair into. It's the first hole for a while, really, with the trees to the side. It really tells the players how strong this breeze is. It's so open on that top shelf. Sort of 5 or 6. They both feel a lot of club, but I think you've got to use one of those to try and keep the ball flight down. Anything up in the air is just going to go sideways.
Handy for someone to play before you on a day like today, though. Rory should learn a little something.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point.
Kim's not giving up yet either. Birdie to tie. Easy to do that when you're trying to draw it in with a right to left wind.
Not sure that helped Rory much.
No.
Yeah.
All right, Bob.
Ian finished back in, bit of indecision. I'd be amazed if there's any shots today where you've not second-guessed yourself. It's that difficult out here. But if there's ever a pin you can get close to on this screen, I think this is it. Just the conditions are so brutally difficult, but just pop it down the right and see what happens. It might camber around quite close.
Just for a moment.
With Rory's ability to hit it high in the air and cut it, he's one of the few players that could get at this flag.
That is the shot, Ken, isn't it? It's the only way it'll lance off.
Yeah, he can do this. It's that first bounce. It just doesn't want to be aggressive, does it? It needs to almost jump up a fraction.
Good, Sam. It's going to be good. When this finishes, you're going to like it. You're going to really like it. What a shot.
What a shot.
But I liked it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's magnificent. I don't think it was as good as Bob's on 18, but it was bloody close.
Well.
He is extraordinary, though, isn't he? I mean, you can't hide the fact. He is one of the best players in the world. That was extremely special.
It was the only way to get him. You had to come in from the right, then use the back. Anything pitching short had a hard bounce. Hope that's water, Bob.
So, to the 18th green and Ben Ann. A bit of luck in the last putt today for the Korean. Not quite. But I don't think that's going to be too costly for him. I think he's still going to get his spot at the Open.
10 under.
Yeah, he and David Lingmerth, I think, are pretty much locks now.
What an opening round it was. 61, tied the course record. A terrific week for him, and he's hung on bravely the last 2 days.
Easily enough, any combination of his other 3 rounds, this is the cut. 70-69 or 69-70 or 70-70. Hopefully after another great week for him, Ken. Sorry.
hopefully. No, there's another one slipped by the edge. Well, I'm just 25 putts the first day today. Yes, day 2, 31, 32 and 32 today. His tee to green game's been very sound, but his putter's been, well, chilly. That's been quite kind. 10 under though, that's how good he is.
19 consecutive times the top 12.
Now that's interesting, isn't it? Because Yannick Paul's been in the 3rd place on the European Ryder Cup points list. McIntyre lying 11th coming into the week, could rise as high as 3rd and get into one of those automatic spots. Let's not forget he's won at the Ryder Cup venue at Marco Simone.
Rory almost looks nervous the way he's moving backwards and forwards here, looking at this pattern. There was a ruling. I thought I'd look up on the internet to see how Tom Kim got his nickname. I thought maybe he's Tom Watson or Tom Weisskopf or Tom Morris, but in fact it was Thomas the Tank Engine, which I thought was a bit strange.
Spent a lot of his early years in Australia, didn't he? His dad was a teaching pro down there, then they moved across Asia.
He reminds me of young Tiger or young Rory or young Sandy Lyle, someone who came out of the traps fast, young Garcia. He's got all the attributes to become one of the greats.
He's not heading out yet onto the range. Something of a passing of the baton in Scottish golf, isn't there? We've obviously had Colin Montgomery and Sam Torrance, of course. Paul Lawrie, and then coming down through Mark Warren, Scott Jamieson and Richie Ramsey to this current crop of players that you've got, Sam. And Bob McIntyre's among them, Grant Forrest, Hugh Ferguson. You've got Callum Hill, Connor Syme. All in their mid-20s and all with huge potential. And he looks like he's going to create a little bit of separation with this victory, potentially.
King of the castle.
Anthony Woods finally left himself after all the jiggery-pokery.
Yeah, well, originally he was going to run it round the slope. Players and caddies have had to move. It's the only way you get it close, I think. He's got no green to play with. Wind's going to help him, but there's no point, so maybe just stunning this in the bank and just moving left to right pretty much all the way.
Maybe he missed it, maybe he dropped it in an awkward spot. It was not an easy shot. Playoffs are always a little bit, you're never not sure what you're going to get out. Some certain players were better at playoffs than others, but it's a slight lottery.
Let's not go there yet.
No. Well, Rory's putt is a tricky one because it's down the slope. There's a slope on the right and the left. I'd have a hard job to say which way it was going to turn. Maybe a little from his right, but it's not much.
I think left to right.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think looking at
that.
Just
a touch left to right.
I think you're right, Sam.
Fleetwood just misses. Just because of the slope to the right of them, you'd think. We'll know very shortly.
And the cup is definitely sloping a little left to right, so it should go left to right.
Looks like it's going to be another near miss here at the Renaissance Club and the Genesis Scottish Open for Tommy Fleetwood. He's come close a couple of times in the past. Well, Tom Kim has plenty to do here to make his par. McIlroy waiting. on the birdie putt, the one that would draw him alongside that man, McIntyre. He's putted beautifully, hasn't he? He's got a lovely stroke, Tom Kim.
Everything about his game, you know, setup-wise, is textbook. You were trying to teach someone to do whatever he's doing. You could say he's a very good example. So 11 under.
What have you seen, Wally?
I've seen a couple of deep breaths, Sam.
Yes.
He's had to wait quite a long time. Should just edge to his right down the hill. But,
almost identical as button 16, isn't it?
Yeah, this is easier to read. It's more obvious to see, I would say.
Left edge, Bob?
No, he thinks it's about 3 inches outside the left. Got to be hit positively, though. It's not one for dribbling.
Game on.
All tied at the top. Exciting stuff. Still got 18 to go, though.
We said at the start of the day, 17 and 18, we're going to tell a bit of a story. Now it's just down to number 18. 17 has told something of the narrative of the day.
Tell you what, the par threes have been decisive for McIlroy on this back nine, haven't they? The one that blew it into the hole at 12 for par, the wonderful putt at 14, and now the birdie at 17.
A trial of twos. I think I might wander out and nudge a few balls now if it was me, just to get out of the way.
Or turn right and go to the bar and have a wee sniff to calm you down.
It sounds like Brian Barnes now.
There is having one.
Well, the 18th is playing closer to a par 5 today than it is to a par 4.
Driver, Wally can carry the right-hand traps comfortably, yeah?
Yeah, he's Rory McIlroy after all. There is magic that surrounds him. Great finish coming up, driver. And with the wind out of the right, very much suits his eye, this.
No chance of reaching the wall.
I would have thought not, Sam.
No, you don't want to hit your best drive and have it run up against that.
It's a big target with this breeze.
No waste of time here, he's off.
Straight into the teeth of the breeze. Accentuates any miss hit.
One of those gusts come through.
The wind's just picking up. Sort of 18 1 minute, next minute's 26 miles an hour. This is a demanding tee shot.
The first time he went in, he was aiming further right. And we saw that wee arrow there coming back towards you. I think he moved slightly left because it was coming more into him. He's definitely aiming straighter. No. Oh, it's magnificent. Why didn't we have shot tracer there? We couldn't see it, could we? Did no idea. He's leaning right and leaning left.
Let's miss that bunker by 5 feet, I reckon.
Like 16, same, exactly the same as 16.
Off,
great drive.
Off. Bob has left that little.
He's left the
hut.
building.
He's heading to the range. Keep himself warm. Fleetwood.
Oh my goodness gracious me. That's nearly another. Oh, that's
heading towards the 5th.
This. Oh, what a drive from McIlroy. Well, it's all there.
He's just finished over that left-hand bunker in the heavy stuff, by the looks of it.
See, he's pretty darn happy about it too. Looking at his yardage book, did we sneak past? Harry's got a little cheerful smile.
Well, Rory's ball's perfect, yes, just in the first cut.
Yeah, he's fine. Maybe just slightly ball below his feet, but absolutely fine. Didn't go as far as I thought it would go. That's how strong the breeze still is out here. And see why he took his time. It's a narrow target.
Oh, that's a beauty there. Well, what a day we've had, boys, eh? My goodness me.
Not over yet either.
No, it's not even close to over yet.
A birdie from Rory takes the title. Par is tied and it's a playoff. A bogey, it goes to Robert MacIntyre.
It's the strongest field ever assembled for the Scottish Open. We're saying that year on year at the moment, 8 of the world's top 10. It's had that feel a little bit of a major championship at times this week.
Reminds me of second at St Andrews in 2010. Yeah, it's like so
Oh, we're going to get a little bit more than regulation. We shall see. McIntyre and McIlroy tied at the top, 3 clear of the rest.
You can practice all day and night doing that, just flicking the ball away with whatever club he's hitting, but no matter how much practice you do, to hit that second shot you hit into 18, you've got to be a bit more than just an automaton hitting balls.
Yes, it was against the run, everything. The ball's above his feet, which makes you hook it if you're a left-hander. He's hitting a wood where we clump behind the ball, 3 wood instead of him. It was just an extremely difficult shot that he pulled off to virtual perfection.
I just couldn't believe when it landed on the green, like a,
like an old dog
fried
in
egg.
front of the fire. But equally his iron shot into 17 under the circumstances he was in was sublime.
Yes, because it was home in on the bit more, it had rolled right up. It could have been a hole in one. Well, it's been an exciting day.
Remember hunting a first victory in Scotland, Rory McIlroy. He would become the first player to win the Scottish Open, the Irish Open and the Open itself. Nice little treble, wouldn't it?
For Scotsman? No.
First player
to
win the Scottish Open, the Irish Open and the Open.
I know you're right. I'm not disputing. I just thought Sandy Lyle because I knew he'd won 1 and 2 of them.
Just be interesting, Sam, to see how close this ball went to the bunker. We're going to get a glimpse of it now. There's the bunker. And there's... Oh,
it's the next bunker, I think.
No, it was that one.
Was it?
Yeah.
He was moving very quickly then.
Yeah, well, he was going to hit it.
Oh, goodness me, I've aged 10 years. It's not good at my age. Well, they couldn't have done more.
No, 64 then. Oh.
If it's... He makes the ridiculous birdie finish. He couldn't have done any more, Bob. That was a great putt at 17 from a beautiful tee shot that was unlucky to hit the downslope because McIlroy's pitched on top of it. And then, of course, the 18th.
Playoffs on the 18th. The playoff will last too long. If there is one, it's a tough hole. It's so easy to make a bogey.
We thought that last week in Denmark, Ken.
That's true.
McIlroy's had to rally as well, hasn't he? It wasn't going well for him at one stage on the front, and he looked uncomfortable out there.
There's the bunker we can see in the bottom corner. You can see how close. If it gone a yard left, it would have tiptoed in. It was just gone right down the top of the tightrope and balanced and found the perfect spot. Great angle to the flag. Everything's hunky-dory now. It's still a tough shot, but good break.
It's even coming more straight into the wind too, doesn't it?
Fleetwood just hacking out of the long rough and advances it from the left rough to the right. short of the wall as well. It's a brute, isn't it, this hole?
He's lost his heart. He's been trying to hang on to it all day. He's chasing it as well. I'd have left it for one of the crowd.
I don't think he likes to play without it. When he had that putt on the 12th, it was buffeting off. Here she goes.
Whee!
206, good lie. Front pin. Wind just slightly out of the right, so looking maybe just right to start this. Could easy just feed left if this starts to balloon. Days like this, you learn loads.
He's pulled it again. He's had a few of them lately.
Ooh, how far's Rory got, Anthony?
Just over 200 yards, but he's in a shallow, sandy divot, Ken, which is obviously going to cause a few issues.
You can see the ball's below his feet, doesn't help matters.
No, this is back foot, hands forward. This is drive it forward and probably play the draw, I would say.
He's still got Rory's swing though, hasn't he?
That's always handy. But with this hard wind in your face, you've got to strike this so precisely to find the green. You really have. 25 mile an hour wind straight at him.
I'd have been back in at the screen now to watch his second shot. Here we go. 4 to tie, 3 to win. In a fair bit right. He's going for a draw.
If I can see this getting there, Far behind the
I think he's got 4 iron.
Oh, driving iron.
Oh no, not the driving iron. Oh, that's got to be too much, surely.
It's a graphite shaft on it.
Oh, that's...
That feels a lot of club to me.
Yeah,
I like a back foot draw with the 4 originally. This comes out low, it will just keep on running.
Oh, out the divot, ball below your feet, wind in your face. It's just,
no, it looks like he's cutting it into the wind, Ken. Here we go. Has he cut it in? Is it too much? Oh, for goodness sake, what is going on? Oh no, what a shot, Rory McIlroy. I'm sorry I'm not quite as excited as I was with McIntyre, but that was just magnificent again, Ken.
What a Arnie Palmer's drilled it, never got above 10 feet off the ground, never left the flag. My goodness, what a change of clubs.
Oh my God. How good is that?
Yeah, and 2 irons in a row of near perfection. What a player, eh?
I'm going to see it again here. This is just magnificent. Low, left to right, carries it all the way, comes up soft. Look at that, my goodness me. And Bob's not far away listening to that Rory, but what's he thinking now? It's stiff, it's in.
Look at that come off the face.
Another great shot, so low for such a powerful club.
What an exhibition we're seeing.
Oh, it's just... He's got the gold cup, or the silver cup. He thought he had it an hour or two ago with everything in it. PGA Tour card, nearly $2 million. Oh my goodness, the headphones are falling off.
I'm not sure you did last week, is it? Come on. Off the right side from there. Yeah.
Wow. What a day.
Bit of a heavy one, Sam. Chopped it out through the fairway. He can get on top though, Fleetwood. One last great shot.
Well, Tom Kim will be grateful for that, as he'll get a little teach. There's McIlroy. He will have that putt to win the Genesis Scottish Open. Wouldn't that be a finish?
Did you say it's just been 2 birdies all day on 18?
To now, yes.
And Bob was one of them.
Rory could be another one.
Please welcome match number 26. Finished third here a year ago and since has won twice on the PGA Tour. Climbing to world number 25 from South Korea, Tom Kim.
A 6-time winner on the DP World Tour with 2 top 5 finishes here at the Renaissance Club. The world number 22, Tommy Fleetwood.
Hailey Barber making the announcement.
4-time major champion, a race to Dubai leader, the world number 3 and co-leader here on 14 under par, Rory McIlroy.
Well, that was one of the greatest shots, together with one of the other greatest shots we've ever seen, Sam. Not sure which was better.
Definitely Bob's. It was much harder. But Rory hit 2 perfect shots.
Yeah,
Bob hit 1, but it was one hell of a perfect shot.
He's still glancing at the leaderboard. I think he knows where he is, that's for certain.
Similar putt to Hatton.
It's a bit further away, actually. I thought it was originally when we saw it. Certainly from the angle that we just got a glimpse of. McIntyre back over on the driving range, keeping loose, trying to stay focused. No one has managed to birdie 17 and 18 today, perhaps unsurprisingly.
Golfer that plays the game with his shirt unbuttoned.
From a good couple of feet below the level. These are never easy. Hence why they've had a couple of walks backwards and forwards. But the hurting breeze will certainly give Fleetwood and Kim a load more control with this.
Who would have thought Hatton was going to finish 5 behind when he was coming down the last few holes? Playing it nicely, but just not going to run out. So he's before McIlroy.
Could be a costly finish for Tommy Fleetwood. He's there in 4. Remember, he's got that for a bogey 5. I think they're watching on the phone, probably.
Breathing in and out. Today been sort of 15 rounds with someone who's been knocking you about, but you're still standing playing in this wind.
Henry Cooper and Muhammad Ali.
Let's see what Tom Kim has learnt from Tommy Fleetwood.
He's just loving the challenge of this shot. Where am I going to land it? How's it going to run out? What trajectory am I going to hit it?
So he'll be last the putt.
He might go before Rory though, do you think, or not?
Very possibly, very possibly.
It would help Rory if he had a putt.
Yeah. I imagine you'll hear it before I see it. Yeah,
You will hear it before you see it, mate. I can guarantee you that.
He just didn't need one of those 2 to chip in there. He would have heard that roar. Oh my God, that's it.
Still trying like a bear, Tommy Fleetwood. Preparing for wind, it's all about that. Never ever do you give up.
venture this 18th for Tommy Fleetwood. This is for a bogey. Costly bogey, no, even more costly, double bogey if he misses it.
Back to 8th. Although it would be 7th because he's in the top. Here we go. Fleetwood for his bogey, just off the left side. Kim is going next, leaving it for McIlroy, the one that didn't jump.
Grandstand's packed. 8-9 deep round the 18th. Well, currently he's third on his own. And third on his own picks him up nearly $600,000, but if he misses it, it'll cost him a few bob. It's been a real joy watching him play, Sam.
Yes, oh, we'll be enjoying him for the next number of years, well, as long as we're hanging around. If he misses it, he'll still be third, but he'll be tied with three others.
Oh, it's rolled.
Oh, not a ruling.
No, that ball definitely rolled.
Sorry, the ball's blowing on the green. We need to halt play for a little while.
Watch it, you just see it as soon as you... Oh, there it is, just when he lifted his putter up, the wind rushed under his putter and scooted it forward.
Here he comes. Referee's coming. They're watching the telly. There's no penalty. He's just got... It's Mark. That's one of the best. Chief referee.
Just goes to show how strong the wind is. There's a big grandstand around this green and all the people, you wouldn't think the balls would be blowing on this green, but... If he pops it in third this year and third last year, but it's not going to be now. Well, yeah, he should be tied third if he pops this in.
And that's a carbon copy, isn't it, of what happened to Tyrrell Hatton a little earlier on, and unfortunately he missed the one coming back. Let's hope that Kim doesn't.
Well, Rory hadn't seen that, so now he knows how quick he is. Well, he's bothered about the second putt. Rory, he's only thinking of one. Finish, I'll mark. What a shame. Been magnificent all day. Anyway.
3 shots gone in the last 2 holes, I'm afraid, for Tom Kim. He's back among the 9 unders. And the stage is clear for Rory McIlroy.
Ken, play off of Rory.
I don't know, this is a difficult putt to read because there's a little high side which you can see from here on the left. Left as we're looking at his right, and then there's a little slope from the other side. I think this is so tricky to see the line. If you're going to hold it, you've got to hit it at a reasonable pace. I don't think he's going to just drop it in the front edge. So difficult. Some
right
hit him a bit.
Right edge for me.
Right edge.
The crowd, there's the mixed feelings. With Hero in the clubhouse.
For the title. Well, he's broken a few Scottish hearts, I'm afraid. But what a finish from Rory McIlroy. McIlroy lands his first victory here in Scotland. And you can't argue about that finish. Yes, I know Bob McIntyre played an extraordinary shot into the 18th there. But for McIlroy to finish birdie at 17 and 18 on those two tough holes.
Incredible. Fantastic. I thought with the length he was waiting for the ball to drop and last, it wasn't going in. But it was more incredulity, or whatever the word is. But he'd done it. Great stuff, McIlroy. Cannot argue with that. Feel sorry for Bob, but he gave it everything. And what a win for Rory.
Whoa. Back in 31, birding those last two holes. They're very frugal in birdies. Round is 68. Tremendous stuff.
What a day. What a finish. McIlroy has finished on top of the pile, and he's over there speaking to Iona Stephen.
Rory, wow, what a finish. Listen, it's your first win on Scottish soil. You've done it. You are the Genesis Scottish Open champion. How proud do you feel in this moment?
Really proud. That was such a tough day. I mean, so tough, especially the back nine. You know, I bogeyed in my last two holes on the front nine to go to 2 over, and I saw Tyrrell was making a run. Obviously, Bob was making a run as well, and had an unbelievable finish. To play that back nine and 4 under par to win the tournament. Yeah, really proud of how I just stuck in there. Hit some amazing shots down the stretch, and was able to finish it off with a really nice putt there. But yeah, feels incredible. You know, it's been a sort of long 6 months, I feel, since I won in Dubai. I've given myself tons of chances, and hopefully this win sort of breaks the seal for me, especially going into next week as well.
Let's just go back to, there's so many moments in the round we could pick out, but let's jump to your approach there on 18, because you knew the state of play. You needed something special, tied for the lead, coming up a very difficult golf hole. What was the thought process at that moment?
I was right between 4-iron and 2-iron. I took my 3-iron out at the start of the week, and it probably was a perfect 3-iron, but 4-iron was only getting to the front edge of the green. And 2-iron, I had to sort of cut it and try to get it up into the wind a little bit. And I just hit this 2-iron and it came off absolutely perfectly. Probably the best shot I've hit all year. It was exactly the way I wanted to play it, and when you hit a shot like that, I felt like I deserved to hold that putt to finish it off.
We have to talk about that putt, because you've hit so many. Your tee to green, your game has been absolutely outstanding, the best in the field, and you've given yourself so many chances that it's easy to get frustrated and perhaps skewed on how your putting is. But over that putt, where was the head at that stage?
You know, it was straight downwind, so it was quite easy. I knew it was going to get to the hole, even though the greens were really slow. So I just was started on my line, started at, sort of a, right edge or a ball out on the right, and just sort of let it do its thing. It hung on for me. I thought it might have been missing left in the end, but it hung on and went in. But to hold that putt on 17, to at least give myself, the opportunity to win in regulation, and then to do that on 18, I'll take a lot from that. Not just going into next week, but going into the rest of the year.
And as you say, Rory, it's a significant stage in the season. This is a huge event. It's back-to-back Rolex wins for you, co-sanctioned event, and of course we're all off to Hoylake next week for the Open. So how significant is this win at this time?
Yeah, it's amazing. For the race to Dubai, for the FedEx Cup, for my confidence in general, but for for all those things that I talked about at the start of the week and trying to win the the title on both sides of the Atlantic again this year, this will go a long way.
Really well done. Congratulations.
Thanks,
It is a second Gold Star as well, a second Rolex Series victory for McIlroy, having won in Dubai earlier this year. Here's the putt.
First one to win 2 Rolex events concurrently in Atlantic. But that was amazing, that putt. It just took so long to win the whole game, didn't it?
Yeah, the wind was his friend today on the green. He had 3 putts that the wind sort of was his favourite, but that was a beautifully struck putt. Read it ideally, and what an afternoon's golf we've seen. Right edge. I think even he thought it might dive left, I did, but it just hung on with the breeze from behind. And even the great Rory McIlroy can't believe it. He cannot believe it. What a finish. And that iron he hit to the last was as good as we're ever going to see.
And you read quarter of a perfect shaft as well, which is tougher to control like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is just glides in. But let's not forget Bob McIntyre. What a performance. He'll be so disappointed not to have won the title, because I didn't think anyone was going to catch him.
With 2 to play, you think it has to go to play off.
Yeah, that's exactly
what it was. And not to beat, that's how tough they are at the top. When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind.
Well, I don't think anyone saw a birdie finish.
No, not like that as well. I mean,
these conditions.
Tremendous.
Shame, Bob. We feel for you, son. We couldn't have given it more. Maybe next week.
I think he might have given the shot of the year, though. Rory might argue with that.
Rory's is the shot of the year now, isn't it? You wouldn't have thought that before. He hasn't signed his card yet. Shame he's broke a lot of Scottish hearts, but I loved him just as much, I think. Oh, there's the bagpipes. The pipes are playing. And the kilts are swinging.
Just need a little bit of Kenneth McKellar over you. Really at home.
I'm not going to be quick, I've got to get over the bridge.
I'll be in Scotland before you.
Well, what better way to go to Royal Liverpool, where, of course, he won the Open, as we all know, back in 2014. And with this victory under your belt, and a hard-earned victory. It was the Rolls-Royce version of Rory McIlroy over the first 3 days, wasn't it? Some of the golf was absolutely spectacular.
Coffee and mum.
Just hold that. Well done, Lily.
You good? On the way?
Yeah, whatever, Dad.
We all need a hug. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you.
She'll see that in about 4 or 5 years' time, Poppy, and she'll not believe what she did.
Tom McKibben steps up and congratulates Rory.
Thank you.
The boys from Hollywood in Northern Ireland.
Absolutely shell-shocked, all of them, aren't they? Just threadbare after that. Look at poor old Tommy.
Both of them had bad last holes, didn't they? They're looking at themselves, Ken. They're not looking at us.
So confirming the victory for Rory McIlroy, a second Gold Star of his career and of the season, and he won it by 1 from Robert MacIntyre with that wonderful round of 64, and that truly tremendous shot into the 18th. They both played terrific shots, didn't they? Very memorable. It's going to be a memorable edition of the Genesis Scottish Open. We could not have asked for more from this Rolex Series event. Confirming that David Lingmuth, Ben Ann and Nikolai Højgaard are the 3 players who have earned their spots at the Open Championship next week, courtesy of their play here at the Renaissance Club. All these players with the claret jug by their name are heading to the Open. Shane Lowry is a little surprised that he didn't get it going out there today in these conditions. 3 over par 73.
Shows you how tough a day it was, Tom.
And look at these scores. And remember that Bob McIntyre shot a 64 out there today. I think it was by 3 shots at least, the best score of the day. Not quite enough in the end to win him the Genesis Scottish Open.
Shane Harrington, 74.
Defending champions Arda Schauffele slipping back as well on Sunday, 74 for him. Billy Horschel's had a pretty rotten year, hasn't he? Opened up about that a couple of months back, but hopefully he'll start to turn things around.
He's going to have some lead at the top of the race to Dubai now, Rory McIlroy. Out of a seeded divot, 2 iron. Look at that flag, cutting into the wind. He's shouting sit where it did throw it. It looks a lot shorter there than it did when you were looking at it side on. This is the one. This is the one.
Right there, you're thinking he's given up on it, aren't you?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It was going right in, but he's waiting for it maybe to deviate slightly. I don't think he thought he'd missed it. It's going in. Will it? Will it? It will.
Outstanding. I don't know how many fairways he hit today, but there wasn't very many of them, that's for certain. In and out of the rough. And he wrinkles it round in 68, 37, 31 coming back. This win was a bit special. Lovely to see the smile on everyone's face, the joy, the happiness, the pleasure in seeing people do great things.
I think we'll see that picture for a while. Oh, that's nice, Bob saw him, I'm glad. He should be very proud of himself, Bob.
Two of golf's good guys. Well, there's a lot of good guys on the circuit, but they're always friendly and always speak to you.
Well, the trophy is about to be handed over by Jay Chang, the president and CEO of the Hyundai Motor Company and Genesis.
Rory, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.